All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you Friday till about 5 o'clock. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. I'm going to get to the hellos, but I want to say thank you all for your patience, getting in here and getting everything set up. Today has been a hectic day, so I appreciate everybody's patience, everybody who was patient. The non-patient people, I don't appreciate y'all. Let me get to the hellos real quick. Let's get through this. Y'all know, I got a couple of things that I want to hit today. And then, of course, just general conversation. Erica. Erica Hummins representing Reading. Good afternoon. Got Robert Willis in the house. Good afternoon. Anthony Prosser. Good afternoon, Anthony. He just says one. Crystal says two. Crystal, good afternoon. And Maria Smith rounding out the top five. She's representing North College Hill. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We got David Herring in the house. Steban Speed in the house. Good afternoon. Dwayne Larkin representing Mount Airy. Good afternoon to you. Daryl Carpenter in the house. Good afternoon, Daryl. Crystal Hoskins representing the Christ Hospital. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Steban Speed. He waiting on the wrestling report. But he's representing Westwood. Good afternoon. Did I say David Herring? David is out here. Let me see. He said he around the corner. Okay. All right. Mike Ballard, representing Woodlawn. Good afternoon. Got Lewis Talbert in the house. Good afternoon to you, Lewis. Pamela Kinney, representing North Avondale. Good afternoon. Dina Johnson, representing Walnut Hills. Good afternoon. She's an angel. Y'all thought I wasn't going to say it. Of course I'm going to say it. She said I'm not fat. Anybody who say I'm not fat, they get special recognition every day. Dina Johnson, good afternoon, representing Walnut Hills. I think I said Anthony already, but good afternoon. Got Brian kicking it in Glendale. Kicking it like Liu Kang in Glendale. Okay. I don't know what that means. That's whatever the reference is, went over my head. Drea out there in Sycamore Township, good afternoon. Valisa Lovett in Blue Ash, good afternoon. Veronica representing College Hill, good afternoon. Seabreeze representing Boston, good afternoon. Shahira out there in Sycamore Township / Sharonville, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Andrea Bustle representing downtown, good afternoon. Steban said, who said Emmanuel wasn't going to be here? Some haters. Whoever they were haters. Just know that. Know that. Toya D. All right, I'm not familiar with that name, Toya D, but thank you for checking out the show. I'm going to try to make it worth your while. Because they told me it's not worth your while. Even though I always thought that was what it was. She's representing, or he, I'm assuming Toya is a female. Representing Westwood, good afternoon. Got Janice in the house, my favorite. Janice, good afternoon. Regina Denson Griffin out there in Madisonville, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Blade, he says my shirt is little. All right. I appreciate you checking out. What are you here? To look at my breasticles, bro? What? I don't understand. You always commenting on my shirt with the eyeball emojis. Like, you really peeping me. Like, don't do that. It's effeminate. Corey McDougal representing Green Township. Good afternoon. Jeannie Mulholland. Good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. She says happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you too. Dante Hickson. Say what up, though. What up? What up? Seabreeze being a hater. She's experimenting with being a hater. Says the start time of the show is experimental. You're a hater. You're a hater. You just turned into one just recently. Letting these other haters rub off on you. Okay, I don't like the way that sounded. Because I think they're rubbing off on Jerica. Fame, good afternoon. He's calling himself Babe Truth, and he's representing Gross Beezy. All right. Got Nat Turner out there in Madville. Good afternoon. Pat Rogers from East Westwood. Good afternoon. And, okay, that's it. That's all the hellos. That's all the hellos. Y'all, I've been kind of laughing about something that's not funny for a couple of days. And I want to be clear that I said that it's not funny. But it's been making me laugh. And I don't understand why. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay? I don't know what's wrong with me. Hold on, I'm going to try to. Again, I got in here late, so I'm trying to get in here and get it together for y'all. Paste that there, okay.
Absolutely egregious. And even you had some folks on the left trying to come out early and defend this behavior and compare it to an image of Marjorie Taylor Greene and myself who were chanting "Build the Wall," while all other Republicans were chanting the same phrase. And they just got that one image and acted like we completely disrupted the State of the Union. But Al Green was given multiple opportunities to stand down, to sit down, to behave, to show decorum, and he did not. For him to go and shake his pimp cane at President Trump.
Hold on. Did she just call it a pimp cane? She called it a pimp cane, right?
Down, to behave, to show decorum, and he did not. For him to go and shake his pimp cane.
Okay, she did. She said that cane that Al Green was shaking was a pimp cane, right? And people are complaining. People are saying that that's racist, and it is racist. It is racist. No ifs, ands, or buts. That is racist. But at the same time, hold on, let me see. Copy. At the same time, let's go here. Go here. Paste that there. Okay. Okay. I dislike her too. But she called it a pimp cane. And hold on. Let's interact with that. Close that. It's not letting me do what I want to do. Okay. So let's do this. Hold on. Let's get you off of there. I Googled pimp cane. And I could see how she could be confused. Look, it was a racist comment. But hold on, let me see if I can get a shot. See, I would have done all of this ahead of time, but y'all know. If y'all remember the cane, hold on, Al Green. Congressman Al Green with his cane. If you Google pimp cane, a cane that looked just like Al Green's pops up. It's the first image that you see. I'm not trying to say that what the lady said, it was intended to be racist. But and it won't let me show you. But that's a pimp cane. According to Google, that's the first image that comes up. That is the first image that comes up. That does look very similar to the cane that Al Green had. I bring this up because I think to some degree, okay, some stuff, it can be true and racist at the same time. It can be true and racist at the same time, right? So somebody say black people like fried chicken. I don't know very many black people that don't like fried chicken. Nothing wrong. White people like fried chicken too. I know a lot of people that like fried chicken. But a white person kind of stereotypically referencing something about black people and fried chicken. Even though it's true, a lot of black people like fried chicken. It can be racist when it's said in the appropriate or inappropriate context. And in all honesty, I hadn't thought about it until I saw the clip of her saying it. Now they're trying to censure her for saying that comment that you guys just heard, that Al Green was waving his pimp cane at the president. And hold on, just for the record, I want to be clear. I don't think Al Green is a pimp. Thus, I don't consider that a pimp cane. Okay? I would imagine he uses that to aid himself in walking. But if you don't know, no better. But I don't think that's the case with her. But my question is, should we be censoring these people or even attempting to censure these people? Do you know how much censoring would be going on in the Congress? You know how many people say things that people don't appreciate or whatever? Like, I don't have no deep thoughts and meanings behind it. I saw it. I thought, my initial comment was, that's kind of racist. Or my initial thought was, that's kind of racist for her to say that. My second thought was, it do kind of look like it could be a pimp cane. And, then I was kind of torn. I was kind of torn on it. And I'm not going to lie. It made me laugh. Her saying it did make me laugh because, again, I Googled pimp cane. And that was the picture that came up. And it looks just like Al Green's cane. So, I don't know. Maybe on some stuff. No, let's see. I was about to say maybe we're a little too sensitive about it. But again, at the same time, if she would have said, I bet he went home and ate some fried chicken, I would be like, what? And then if I found out he actually did go home and eat some fried chicken, does that make it any less racist that she said it and it happened to be true? So I don't know. I don't know how we deal with this stuff. I'm not 100% sure how we deal with this stuff. I think trying to censure her is overboard. We can just be upset about it. Not everything that, because then I feel like I'm saying just slide it under the rug. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying acknowledge that it's racist. But this might be one of them things where you got to pick your battles type of thing. This might be one of those things. But Janice says, put some fried chicken in front of a group of white people and it'll be gone in seconds. Stereotypes are just that. I agree. That's why I said, yeah, I know white people who like fried chicken. Fried chicken, if it's cooked right, it's delicious. But it can be used as a racist racial stereotype. So two things can be true at the same time. Anybody think she should be censured for that comment? Anybody? Just checking. Twin says, so the list goes on. The back and forth with Crockett and Green. Is that racist? Now, what should have been racist when they got down on Tiger Woods winning the Masters? I don't think I'm 100% sure what it was that you were trying to say there, Twin. Not 100% sure. Seabury says, I do censure her. But if you censure her for that, some black person, some Democrat gonna say something that's a little out there, and you're gonna have to censure them. I think politics now is just but it's been silly for a minute. But the one thing I will say is this, and I was just talking to Nate, and the one thing I'll say is, with Trump being in office and, you know, all of the racism being like kind of open and, you know, unhidden, they don't really care much anymore what they say and how they get caught up saying it or whatever. They just gonna say whatever. Like reasonable people have thoughts, and then we edit those thoughts before we just let them come out. I might have looked at that, I didn't, but I might have looked at that cane and said, he got a pimp cane. But something would have happened between the process of me thinking it, the editing process would have happened, and it would not have come out of my mouth. Something different would have come out. And that is what reasonable people do. You don't say everything that enters into your head. You don't share every thought that comes into your mind. Some of them thoughts you can just have. Brent says you were talking to Nathan Ivy. Stop it. But some thoughts you can have, and I would have said Dion. No, I wasn't talking to Dion. Some of them thoughts you can have and not let them come out. But I think that is a part of the freedom of being racist, I think, of being insensitive, of not being woke, as they like to call it. That's part of the freedom that they have, and especially when they feel empowered from the top. They're empowered with that, I can think it, I can say it, and that's just that. She's not the only person who had that thought, I'm certain. Other people had that thought. She just didn't mind saying it out loud in a public forum, broadcast to potentially millions of people. She was on a TV show, but she didn't mind saying it. So again, it was just a thought that I had that I was sharing with y'all, and I had to get it out. Otherwise, I would be giggling about it for probably the next month. So I had to get it out. Secondly, hold on, there was a story that I was looking at. No. Stop it. Hold on. This is so far away from that. It's not even funny. There's a story, y'all. I'm not a hip hop guy. Okay, not a hip hop guy. I don't hate hip hop. I don't love hip hop. I don't really listen to hip hop. So I don't really know who Jim Jones is. I don't really know who Jim Jones is, except apparently he's a hip hop artist. And he was on The Breakfast Club. And the conversation somehow got around to his gang affiliation and why he never shied away from his gang affiliation. And he said something. And really, he said something that I've been saying for years. He said, and the first part is not something I've been saying. It's not a crime to be a blood. It's not a crime to be a banger. It's not a crime to be a fraternity member. It's not a crime to be a sorority member. It's all the same thing. So it's a crime if you do crime while being that, and then that turns into other things. If it's more than one of y'all doing a crime, being a blood, that's when it turns into RICO. Things like that. He said, but I do business. I'm a businessman. I've been kind of saying that for years. And now there's this whole conversation surrounding what's the difference between a gang and what's the difference between a fraternity or a sorority. And some people are saying, well, the difference is, see, gangs are out there promoting violence and crime, and fraternities and sororities, they're not promoting violence and crime and all that kind of stuff. Now, well, who was the young man who just got killed trying to get into one of these fraternities? Hold on, I had his name. Caleb Wilson, trying to get into Omega Psi Phi at Southern University. And he was killed in what they're calling a hazing incident. And this ain't the first time. This ain't the first time. Gangs been hazing and killing people for decades. So what's the difference again? They don't promote violence. They don't promote it, but they participate in it. They don't promote crime. They don't promote it, but they participate in it. Gangs are just more open with their criminal activity and promoting the criminal lifestyle. Fraternities, sororities, they do other stuff. But they also believe in violence. Participate in violent criminal behavior towards people trying to be theirs, and they actually do kind of promote. I've had conversations with, I was about to say gangsters, fraternity guys. And they will tell you, like, oh, you wear some, the particular guy I was talking to was a Kappa. And he's, oh, but we saw somebody wearing some Kappa gear and they ain't a Kappa, and we'll beat their ass. It sounds violent to me and criminal. And he wasn't shy about saying it. And other fraternity members believe the same way. But I mean, you know, one we kind of promote as if it's good, and the other we talk about as if it's bad. Like, yes, twin. Yes, twin. When you out there promoting gang activity and stuff, you know, I'm against that. I'm against that. I don't think you should be promoting that stuff. I kind of feel the same way about the fraternities and sororities too. Jeannie says, you cannot judge every fraternity/sorority incident by the whole organization, Emanuel. I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to say in defense of fraternities and sororities. What exactly are you trying to say with that comment? Okay, let me ask this. Don't answer. Either answer honestly or don't answer. Okay? Are you really trying to tell me that fraternities and sororities, in particular black fraternities and sororities, but the white fraternities and sororities do the same thing, just like the white gangs commit acts of violence and crime and stuff too? Are you really trying to tell me that fraternities and sororities aren't out here committing acts of violence on a regular basis? They are hazing and all of that stuff on a regular basis. Is that what you're trying to convince me of? Because you know I know that ain't true. I'm just curious if that's what you were trying to convince me of. CK?
Yes, Mr. Livingston. Great program and great topic you're surfacing right now. The sorority topic. I finally watched School Days after 34 years, sir.
Okay.
And I was very disturbed for what I saw.
Okay.
And I thought he gave an accurate portrayal of the sorority gang and the hazing that goes on. When you look at that movie, Mr. Livingston, you see criminal elements.
You do?
Thank you, sir. I was disturbed 2025 watching that and then putting it to your topic today, sir. It fits right in like a puzzle piece. It fits right in. School Days showed you this hazing goes too far. I was so happy when he didn't find a girl to bring down to that dungeon on School Days. You remember that part?
I'm not sure. Are you talking about the part where Spike Lee was supposed to be bringing a girl down to have sex with, but eventually they made him have sex with Gina?
Yes,
Okay.
that part. But just the part, if he was successful in wooing the woman as a sorority wanted him to do, he would have brought a woman to that dungeon with those guys with the chains. Very scary for any woman.
Okay, just to be clear, I haven't seen the movie in at least 20 years. At least 20 years.
I
So
just watched it. I just watched it.
okay.
It was a horror movie, man. I mean, but the reality that he captured was riveting. He caught the essence of the sorority life, the hazing that goes on, the violence, and the brotherhood, the conflicting, and you're giving your Livingston. You have to understand when you join these sororities, sir, you are giving your manhood up. You see what I'm saying? You're giving up your sir. You know what I mean? You're giving up too much.
I don't know
Now,
about.
yes,
I don't know if you're giving up your manhood.
come on, man.
I don't know that you're giving up your manhood. Just like when you join a gang, I don't know if you're giving up your manhood, but I do know that based on things that I've seen and heard. Now I don't know any gang members. I know a number of fraternity and sorority members, but I don't know any.
Okay.
I don't know any gang members. But based on
Okay.
things that I've seen and heard, there are a lot of things that are done to them, that they would prefer not to be done to them, and they allow it to be done. And if it were known, it would be criminal. But I don't think that's giving up your manhood. They're giving up something to be a part of that group. But
Sir, school days, when the movie first started, Livingston, when it first started, they gave up their manhood on the first dance. They put their face in another man's ass. If that ain't giving up your manhood, nothing is.
That's a movie. I don't think every fraternity makes somebody, and I don't remember that scene, just for the record. I don't think every fraternity or every sorority is making them put their face in somebody's rear end.
No, I'm talking about just the dehumanize. So do you consider if you pull your pants down and let another man spank you, you don't consider that giving up your manhood?
I don't know if that's giving up your manhood.
That's okay. Okay, well that's where we differ. Yeah, you're right. If you feel that's not a manhood violation, I understand. But that's why certain people can't join sororities, because they can't go through that type of degrading, because they can't let another man spank them on the ass. See what I mean? That's where the sorority will not be attractive to some people. They in certain levels that they won't tolerate. That's why certain people can't even join the military, because they can't handle the basic training, sir.
Hold on a second. Jeannie says that what I'm saying is the exact same thing. She put exact in all caps. As a white person saying all black people are criminal in nature. You know we're all thieves. First, it's not the exact thing. It's not. But I would ask you this, Jeannie. Would you say that gangs are kind of criminal in nature? And do you have a negative view of gang members? Because if you're saying that you do, then isn't that you kind of asserting what you claim that I'm asserting, that all people in gangs commit crimes and all people in gangs this and that? Whereas it may not be true for every single individual in the Bloods. I don't know. I'm not a gang person. In the Crips, whatever. Maybe every single one of them have not went out and sold drugs, or every single one of them have not went out and done these crimes that we think of. But don't we still look at them as criminal organizations? So
Yeah.
if a good number of the people in your sorority paddled somebody, hazed them in order for them to get into the club, I think that make it a little bit of a criminal organization. Does that mean everybody did it? No. But I mean, still the organization does it, and the organization kind of condones it with a wink and a nod. So it kind of feels like the same.
But Livingston, you have to understand the things that you did to join these organizations are going to haunt you for the rest of your life. Yes, you have advantages. Yes, you have brotherhood, sisterhood. But the things you did, the degrading things, and the things that they have on you, this is what's haunting you, sir. So this leads to PTSD. You did a lot of deplorable things to join this organization, just so they can have stuff to hold over your head.
I'm not sure that that's why they do it, to have something to hold over your head. I think they do it in some sort of a misguided, I feel like it's like the gang thing. It's some sort of a misguided, I'm gonna use my terminology. This is an exclusive club. And in order to be in this exclusive club, you have to go through something to get into this exclusive club. And,
Yes.
Of course, they feel like their club is better than, the other clubs. But I just kind of, I don't know about all of the stuff that you saying. I don't know if they all, commit acts of sexual violence against each other or something like that.
Sir, to join this organization, you must throw boulders at the penitentiary, throw rocks at it. So you must commit a homicide. That's just your first introduction.
I don't know that that's, hold on. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't know that that's true.
This is how you join a gang. You commit homicide. How you think they get the tattoo cheers? Homicide, sir.
I don't think everybody. Yes. Hold on, CK. You really believe that every single individual who's ever joined a gang murdered somebody to get in?
That's what it is. The gang member. I ain't talking about the characters. I'm talking about the real streets, the real gang members. It's about murder. That's what the organization is about. Killing each other. So it's not about hustling or nothing. You don't get rich from joining gangs. Gangs is about violence, sir. That's why you get jumped in, you commit homicide, like you'll ride around with your lights off. Whoever flashed their lights first, you kill them. That's how you join the gang.
Yeah, I think that's stuff that we hear, but I don't really think that's true.
Yes, sir. Why wouldn't you?
Hold on, did you ever join a gang?
You know I am against it in my DNA.
All right. So who do you know who joined a gang who told you that they had to do that?
All of them. All of them. This is hers, GDs, BDs, Bloods, Crips, they everywhere. I'm
CK, I'm fairly certain.
I lived in LA, man.
It don't matter. I don't care if you lived in LA. That don't mean nothing to me. I lived in LA. What that mean? So what? Just because you lived in LA don't mean I live in Cincinnati. I don't know everything about Cincinnati style chili. That don't mean nothing. Just because I lived in LA don't give you some special degree of expertise about something that you don't know about.
LA, that is where the gangs are from, sir. So you can't avoid gang culture in Los Angeles, sir. So it's about Cincinnati is not about that. You can't avoid Cincinnati chili if it's here.
You can't avoid Cincinnati chili. You can't.
You see it. You're going to be like, yeah, even if you don't eat it, you see, I seen the signs.
Right, but I can't tell you everything they put in that mess. I can't tell you what they put. I'm no expert on Cincinnati chili because I'm from Cincinnati. All I'm saying to say that is to say I lived in L.A. doesn't give you any special level of expertise in gang life than somebody who lived in Atlanta or somebody who lived in Detroit or somebody who lives in Cincinnati. You don't have any special level of expertise because you lived in a particular area.
Sir, I lived in gang cultures. All my homies died from gang violence, so I know about the homicides. I'm the one trying to tell them not to join the gang. This was Carson, man. This Compton. This is where I grew up at. What are you talking about? I've seen the gang life with my own eyes.
Well, I
So
asked
I
you,
know what it's
hold on. No,
about.
no, 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 no. CK, I asked you a simple question. You could have said
I
yes,
got
but instead of answering the question, you said I lived in LA, which didn't answer the
Yeah.
question. It was just an
But I
attempt
never
to gain
joined
some
it.
level
I
of
never,
credibility.
You said, have I ever joined the gang? I never
I
joined the
asked
gang.
you if you
I
ever
went to
joined one, and
Eastern.
then I asked you if you knew gang members and all of them told you that they murdered somebody to get in.
They got murdered or did murder.
See, again, you're not answering my question.
Yeah, that's the culture. That's the way to get in the
Again,
gang.
you're not answering my question.
What?
You knew
Yeah,
gang
people-
members. You knew gang
Yep.
members.
Yep.
And they all told you that they murdered someone to get into the gang?
Yeah, that was a way of life. That's
You're
a
not,
yes.
just answer the question. Is that
Yeah.
what they told you?
That's exactly what it is. That's
I didn't ask you if you believe that's what it is. I asked if that's what they told you.
That's exactly what this is Los Angeles. They told me yes. This ain't nothing but a yes.
Man,
That's what I'm trying
it
to
took
say.
you forever just to say yes. I don't believe you.
No. Listen, sir, you don't understand nothing about this life. They grow up violence. It's about homicides. What do you think gangs is about? What you think it's about drugs? What you think it's about whoopings and fightings? No, it's about murder. Kill,
All right.
kill.
All right, CK.
You ain't never understood this.
I don't believe you have some intimate knowledge of gang life. I just don't.
That's because you don't have zero knowledge. You don't know everything I'm telling you is the truth.
I don't believe it is.
A made-up fantasy in your head.
I believe you're the one who has the made-up fantasy in your head.
No, I'm giving you the real. Look at the numbers. Look at the murders. Look how many homicides. Over 40,000 bodies. Over 40,000 bodies. And you talking about it ain't about murder.
But
What the hell? How
there's
you
well
get it?
over, hold on, but there's well over 40,000 gang members. Using your logic, for every gang member, there's a body.
When they can get them, I mean, it ain't
Now,
easy.
that's not what you said. Now you're even changing up your fantasy.
What?
It wasn't when they can get them. It was in order to join, you have to murder someone. That's what you said. So that would mean for every gang member, there is a homicide.
Have you seen the penitentiary shit? Have you watched the news? It's a murder every damn day. What is you talking about? Gang violence. They're killing each other, knocking them off like roaches.
Okay. Yeah,
Knocking them off. You ain't seen it.
Yeah, you're just
You're
saying
delusion.
stuff again.
You don't understand how violent the gang life. You think it's about being in a sorority. No, this is about
I
murder.
never said that it wasn't violent. I'm just saying that you're just like you watched School Days, and now you believe that every fraternity member had to put their face in somebody's booty to be a member of a fraternity.
They showed it to you on the movie.
You watched,
They showed it to you
right?
on the
You
movie.
watched something else, and it said every person who joined a gang had to kill somebody, and somehow you've made that so.
Why wouldn't you use common sense? How do you think you're going to get into an organization like that? You're going to have to murder. You're going to have to shed some blood. They don't just, you think you put in an application? Use your brain, Livingston.
I am.
Use your brain.
I am using
Think
my
they
brain.
fill out an
You're just-
application. Hey,
again,
here's my social security
you
number.
just made
No.
some stuff up because you saw it in a movie or heard something about it, and you believe
No,
it.
you're not using common sense.
I believe
How
you
do
believe
think
it.
you get in the game? What? How do you get in the game? You tell me. What's your belief?
Oh, I don't
I'm
know
giving you the
exactly
facts.
how they get in the gang.
Right.
I don't
They
know.
murder to get in there. Murder.
I know that's
Kill,
not
kill.
always the case, though. That I know is not
That's the
true.
whole way. Listen
Okay.
to the songs. Have you heard "Murder" was the case that they gave me? That's Snoop Dogg, a big time crip
Right,
out of Los Angeles.
but even that wasn't about just murdering somebody to get into a gang.
He already been in the gang for years. This is
Okay.
what I like. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They've been murdering
All right.
as a kid.
Okay.
You can't make this imaginary theory up now.
Okay.
You can't. You can't do it. All right.
You're
brother.
right. It's an imaginary theory. All right. Everything that you see in the movie is not true. And everything that you believe just based on whatever don't necessarily mean it's true either. Now here is a gang expert. Twin.
You funny, man. You got on that little baby 14 shirt on again, man.
There
You
is
like you
nothing
fresh
wrong
out the
with this
joint.
shirt.
You like you fresh out the joint, man. Our work release or something,
Oh,
man.
my goodness. What is wrong with y'all?
Well, hey, I got to clown you, man. One day you cool. Now, this the Emanuel I know. But the other Emanuels I don't know. Yeah, came a Muslim and African one day, NWO, and NWA, and everything else. What's up, Emmanuel?
How you doing, Twin?
I'm doing all right, man. It's a beautiful day outside. I had to work. I want
Twin.
to call off so bad, Emmanuel, barbecue.
Oh. You want to call
Some
off
bills
the
don't
barbecue?
stop. I want to call off so bad.
But you didn't. You
it.
went into work like a responsible person.
Right. You know, get another day, Emmanuel. Get another day. Emmanuel, I don't think that was racist, though. What she said, pimp gang and all that. I thought it was fun and everything. But
It was
like
kind
I
of
said,
funny, but it was also racist. Why would she call it a pimp cane?
Hey, man, what you calling them when they was back and forth? We laughed off them.
Wait, no, hold on. You trying to deflect. She called
Because
it
he's an old guy with slick back hair with the pimp cane.
And
so
so
that's the first thing came to her mind.
right, and so she's saying he's a pimp.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. He a pimp.
Well, there's clearly something wrong with that.
I mean, some people like you or others look at it racist or whatever, but you know what was racist, like I said in the chat when they said, what should we give the winner or whatever, and they said some fried chicken. Tiger Woods, when he won the Masters that one year.
It's
20
equally,
years
that's
ago.
what I'm saying, it's equally racist.
Mm,
Saying that
Somewhat,
Al
man,
Green, a sitting member of the House of Representatives, is a pimp or is carrying a pimp cane is equally racist to saying give Tiger Woods some fried chicken. They're equally racist.
well, I guess. Hey, man, I listened to this. The gang glorification that you were spelling.
What you
Spitting
do.
out or whatever. I was going to call in, but CK had it all wrong, man. So they take your manhood and all that stuff. He's saying if you join a sorority or fraternity group, it's called initiation, man, if they doing it. See, man, you was right. You live by code, man. And you know where, as long as I've been around heavy hitters and everybody, organization and all that, I ain't never in my life heard nobody say, I'm going to kill the rival gang or whatever just to get in. I ain't never heard nothing like that. Even the guys that's top authority of me never said twin. I asked them, but, you know, it was the way they said it, but they stayed on code. They not just go come out and say, yeah, little twin, I murdered such and such as to get in. You want to join in? No, it's not like that. He been watching too much Colors or something like that or South Central. It's never been like that, man. They wouldn't just come out and say that. You got to live by code, man. Death before dishonor. It's the law and understanding of what the gang is about, the organization is about. We weren't labeled as criminal. Hoover labeled us as criminal. We weren't never no criminal.
Well, that's not true. A lot of gang members do a lot of criminal stuff.
It's criminal activity now, Emmanuel. When you come over there and step on somebody's turf or something like that, that's all it's about. Hoover labeled us as criminals and stuff. We were never criminals. We was a high-ranking power organization. Martin Luther King would have told you that if he was still living when he came through Chicago. Every time he came through Chicago, no white folks wanted to do something to him. Who was there right there by his side? No damn civil rights leader all the time. When he came up north, hey, it was Chicago players.
Hold on, wait. Just for the record, I can't let you get on here and pretend like a lot of these gangs are out here being upstanding citizens and not committing crimes. They're definitely committing crimes for the most part. The organization is a criminal enterprise for the most part.
You know when they start doing that, really? When that drill music start busting out and the dope came heavy in the 90s. That's when they start doing that, man.
I think they started doing it before the 90s. Yeah, I would say, at the very least, I would say the 80s. And not to, because I don't want to implicate you in anything, but even you as a low level gang member were involved.
You're a low life. How you go?
I didn't call you a low life.
Like that.
I didn't say you was a low life. I said you was a low level gang member. You said it. You the one who told us that you were a really low level gang member. So I'm not saying it as an insult.
Ranking, but I had people under me.
No, you didn't.
And everything.
No, you didn't.
I had shorties under me.
No, you didn't. Either you lied to me then, or you lying to me now, because I specifically asked you that question. Did you ever have anyone under you? And your response was no.
No, you did.
Yes, I did.
No, you did.
I specifically asked you that question. Oh, I wish I could find the show and pull it up. I specifically asked you if you ever had anyone under you, and you said no.
No, I had people. It was like I had people under me. If my cousin, one of them, missed and want me, and then take the slot on anything, I'll have to, bless somebody in to show them.
Twin.
I want to know how ranking member or none of that.
You said you never had anybody under you. I specifically asked you that question.
Okay, if you say so, man. If you say so.
You said so. I didn't say so. You said so.
Okay, what else? What else we talking about?
So now you don't want to talk about the gang no more?
Yeah, I'll talk about it. But anyway, that's not how it is. If CK really want to know, no, that's not how it is. You got to go around shooting people and all that and everything. No, that's not how it is. There's no law on what it stands for and everything else. That's all you need to know. So other than him saying he go around and tattoos on your face and stuff because you murdered somebody, nah, I ain't never heard nothing like that before. And they definitely wouldn't tell you if they murdered somebody to get in. So, what else?
He said his friends told him that they did. But you would agree though that gangs, fraternities, sororities, kind of on the same level.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Because I don't too much know about it, sororities and fraternities and all that other people. But it's getting ridiculous, man. That hazing and all that. That was like the fourth hazing.
It's been ridiculous. Actually, I think it's calming down a lot because you don't hear about it quite as much. So I think it's calming down a lot.
I thought they hazed somebody Ohio State as one of them a couple of years ago. Thought it was Pennsylvania. One of them they did. There's been like 3 or 4 already.
Let me ask you this question. As a gang member, I was going to say former, but I think you're actually still officially a member of the gang. Like once you in a gang, you never out of it, right?
You said that.
I'm asking the question.
Once you get out, you ain't no damn expiring born date to them. You get out.
Oh, so
Who told you can't get out?
Wait, no, I'm asking. That's what. Stop thinking of what I'm saying as a statement of fact. I'm asking you a question.
I know what you're saying. I don't want to answer the question.
Why would you not answer that? Hold on. Okay, let me simplify the question.
You're not simplifying nothing because it's still gonna go back to the same question.
So, are you a gang member?
Well, you just go ask the same question like we taking a driving test.
No, that's a different question. I ask once you're in, you're always in. I thought, you're like how Lincoln Ware says, once a Marine, always a Marine. I imagine once a blood, always a blood, even though you may not, like Lincoln is not actively a Marine. You know what I'm saying?
No.
He ain't running around the world doing missions or nothing.
Once you're a Marine, if you still active, you still active. You ain't no damn Marine no more.
Okay, so that's what you're saying. Like, you're just not an active gang member, but you're still in a gang.
I'm still affiliated, yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you the answer. I'm still affiliated.
That's all I was
but I don't
asking.
do no active.
Right?
Hey,
No,
man,
I
I
didn't.
went there,
I
you know.
didn't. I didn't think you did. That's why I
I
said
know, I
what I
understand,
said.
but
And
I wouldn't do that stuff
so,
right now. It's
so
crazy.
let me get to the
Organization
question. Let me
messed
get to
up.
the question that I was trying to get to because I really do want to understand it.
Yeah,
I get that there was a certain, like you said, you knew people, you had relatives who were in the gang, and so you were kind of raised in that culture. But is that
yeah.
that's the only reason why you felt the need to join that club, that organization, that whatever?
When you, to be honest, with something like that, I had people and everything, and me growing up and everything, and people still gonna label you as, oh, you say you're a neutron, man, and people gonna label you, oh no, and you cross one of the, say the vice lord or something, they gonna still label you as a, might be a GD or BD because of your peers and who you be around. So my thing is this: when I see my uncles and brothers who ever get money, and my other guys I grew up with, I'm like, hey, I will get some money too, and things went on from there, and I was, blessed in and everything, and that's how it is.
So, do you consider
I was,
your those other members in that organization that you're still affiliated with? Are they like, brothers and sisters or whatever to you, or are they just like some dudes that happen to be in the same club?
no, they consider my brother, guys
Okay.
I grew up with, and guys I can trust and all that and everything. Most of my guys, Emanuel dead, that I grew up with, most of they did got, growing up got killed and all that. Or someone went to jail or something like that. But I don't, I'm affiliated with them, but I don't do criminal activity or any
Of course not.
activity. Like when I see one of my guys, we shake up, greet each other, and everything, and keep it moving and everything. And I get word like, hey, what's going on and such and
Hold on.
such.
Do
And
y'all have a
what's
secret?
this?
Do y'all have a secret handshake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, it's all on the internet if you want to know.
No, I don't. I don't want to know the secret handshake. I just because I know a little bit about fraternities, okay, and I know they got their little secret
Yeah.
handshakes and all that kind of stuff.
Every
And
from fraternities, the Royal all them Masons, KKK, all of them bikers, they got a certain shape.
yeah, y'all
So
all got y'all little
greet they
secret
man.
handshakes. Okay,
Huh?
that's kind of funny to me. I
What you
don't know
say?
why. I say that's funny to me, and I don't really know why.
See, it's a meaning it's a meaning to everything, man.
Uh-huh.
How did it started and everything else, and what rules we go by, live by, and all that
What's the meaning of the
respectable
secret
manner.
handshake?
Come on, man. Now you want to know too
I don't
much.
want to know the
I'm
handshake.
about to.
What's the meaning
No,
of it? It ain't no meaning behind it. It's
okay.
just a secret handshake. That's it. It's some stuff to keep your stuff exclusive so everybody can't say that they in, because then they won't know the little secret handshake. Ain't no super deep meaning behind no secret handshake. It's a secret handshake.
It's a handshaking, man, and it's greeting your brother,
Right.
your fellow
That's
man.
it.
What are you talking
That's
about?
all it is. You're
So
talking
it's a
about there's
meaning behind
some deep
what?
meaning behind it.
Okay,
No, it
okay.
ain't. It's a secret handshake.
You must be silly as hell, man. See, you wouldn't even know about the gang, and then so I can't really explain to you. When I greet my brother and all that, it's a meaning about why I'm greeting them. Just not go, hey, what up, folks, and throw up the forks and everything.
Well,
No.
y'all got a secret handshake, but ain't no deep meaning behind it except this is our secret handshake. That's it.
I'm saying it's a meaning, it's a purpose and meaning on why I'm doing it.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. It just ain't nothing. This ain't just throwing something up or whatever. It's a meaning. What do that fork stand for? What the boss stands for? What GD stands for? Come on, man. It's a meaning to all that.
It's a meaning.
You got to know law and everything else. Come on, man. You just can't be out here false flagging for nothing. You get in the joint or somewhere else, and one of the guys, hey, what's this stands for? What's the three? All that stands for, and you freeze up. That's a violation.
Okay. All right.
Meaning
Mr.
for
Byers.
everything, man.
It's a meaning for everything. Again, it's all the same.
Yeah.
Look, again, the fraternities, the sororities, all that stuff is the same. They got secret handshakes.
Oh, it's all the same.
You know, and
It's all the
and,
same. Ain't no
and-
damn different. You getting spanking, riding on monkeys, whatever they do in that crazy fraternity.
Right,
I don't know
no
what
monkey.
they crazy what they be doing. I ain't never heard them getting riding naked and all that. I used to hear crazy stories about them. Like, what?
Okay.
I'm like, man, this ain't no
Yeah,
for real, man.
Real quick before I go, now I know everybody done seen the video of the girl whacking the girl with the baton, right?
You want my man? That's the 50-50. That's kind of. It seemed like she wanted to say, "You bitch, go out past me and stuff," and she was mad or something like that at her. Something, man, 'cause I don't know. She said she didn't mean to do it or whatever, but from the looks of it, man, she tried to get her. Oh, shit, Kunta Kinte was whooping her stuff.
Stop it. She
beat her
definitely
with that baton.
meant to do it. Do you think that
Yeah.
they should press some sort of criminal charges against her for that?
No,
No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Interesting.
I mean, then other story, I think other stories, they talking about, I don't know how true it is, where they've been back and forth early in order, back and forth with each other. And I don't know how true that is. I heard so many different stories, man. But if that was true, yeah, she needs to be criminalized for that. If that's true, because I heard different stories. It was back and forth and all that other stuff. So I don't know how true it is, but yeah, if that's come out true and that thing back and forth towards each other, yeah, bullying type. But yeah, I'll criminalize her for that because she's bogus. She did taking your frustration because can't catch that second win.
All right. And then
To beat
lastly,
the girl in her head like that.
And lastly, how do you feel about the way that the economy is moving under your president?
How do I feel?
Yeah.
You wanted to say bias remorse or something like that?
No, I just want to know how you feel.
It ain't him, man. It's that nutcase. That ex-man, whatever,
Who brought the nutcase in?
Wolverine-looking dude.
Who brought the nutcase in?
Not me. I wasn't there.
No, who did?
I wasn't there. Twin
No.
was at home.
Hold on,
Probably Emanuel.
No, who brought the nutcase in?
Emanuel Trump did. Probably Emanuel
Come on.
Trump.
You know Trump brought the nutcase in, right? Right?
That don't mean nothing, man.
How do you
Okay.
say, hold on, I'm just curious now. How do you say the problem is with this guy, but you don't have a problem with the person who put that guy in charge of the things that he's doing to mess stuff up?
I really want to say I got bias remorse. Just say it,
No,
man.
I don't want you.
Just say it.
I'm
You want me
just,
to say, damn it, man. I messed up. I have bias
I
remorse.
just want to know how you.
It's not going to be that.
I'm not asking you to have buyer's remorse. I don't.
You know,
I don't. To my
look,
knowledge, you
this
didn't
ain't bias
buy
remorse.
anyone.
You know how I'm feeling? Hold on, player. Hold on.
All right.
My knowledge is this. My understanding is this, man. Real talk. He fucked up big time. Forgive me, Lord, but he messed up big time with this.
Who?
I hate to say it.
Wait,
but
who messed up big time?
Trump did.
Okay.
Trump did. He messed up big time, man. You playing with people. Like, I think I said it on probably Wyatt and Trump show. I mean, Lincoln show and everything. But you don't play with people, family, man, their livelihood and money, man. You don't do that. Now you talking about Social Security and all that. You hiding this stuff on purpose. You was out in the public heavy, Trump. Come on. That man, that Secret Service, they better pray they not in the way when this go down. Because when you talking about cutting Social Security, and half of them, all the people got, half the people got it. When you talking about that, man, and cutting other things, man, no Secret Service ain't gonna save you. You
Sir?
better hope they got a bunker down there waiting for you.
Sir, may I ask you a
You
question?
can't play with people like,
Sir,
what's up, player?
when he was saying that he was going to do all of this when he was running, if you think it's wrong, why would you vote for the guy?
I didn't know.
He said it.
I didn't know he was bringing old boy with him.
He said
I didn't know he was bringing old boy with him.
He literally brought him up on stage and said, I'm going to appoint him as the head of the new Department of Government Efficiency. He said it out of his mouth right there, big on stage. It wasn't no secret. He said he was going to do it. And if you thought that was wrong, why would you vote for him? I don't understand.
Before the election, you talking about, was it before the election?
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was after.
No, it was well before.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was after. I thought it was after. I didn't know. Well, yeah, but be honest, you don't play with nobody like that, though. Somebody's life like that, and you're gonna regret doing it, man.
So now you're pleading ignorance. You didn't know he was going to do the stuff that he said he was going to do.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, you learn a lot from a dummy. They said, hey, I learned a lot. That man, he said, I believe what he said he was going to do. I believe it, but, we gotta start taking heed to what people doing to us, man.
Heed.
Or whatever, man.
Take heed.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, I was rocking with the Democrats and stuff. I'm not a voter, none of that, really, to be honest, man. I'm not. But, I was rocking with the Democrats and everything because, city of Chicago gets favors and stuff and everything. And to get this and all, keep on lying to the people in every 4 years and see you the next and all that crazy stuff. Oh, man. He just unfolding and telling you what's taking place and what's happening. And people don't see that. And they hate, what's up, man? I got you. And they hate the fact that he pulling that sheet off and letting everybody know, hey, this is what they've been doing and how they've been doing it, and he's exposing them. And hey, it is what it is. You can't keep hiding in the dark, because whatever's in the dark is definitely gonna come to the light.
You're a very confusing man.
You gotta move over.
You're confusing.
Why come? How?
Because 1 minute you say, like, I'm proud of my vote. I don't regret nothing. This is exactly what I wanted. And then
because I went in there because I went in there. I went against, man, she wasn't, hey, look, man, it was real talk. She wasn't talking about nothing. The only thing you had to do is run that damn economy campaign. Say you doing that shit, that economy. You go run that motherfucker to the ground. You can't even say that. You want to say, I want to change my damn boy into a girl. Come on, who the fuck wanted, and then my daddy cooked greens in a tub? Come on, man. What the hell you talking about, lady? You're not even just the only thing you focus on.
Maybe,
and I don't want to hear that.
Maybe it's the only thing you focused on. But she talked about a whole lot
of
other stuff.
What did she say, though?
She said a whole lot.
You see what Obama did, man? You see what Obama won with his campaign, man, on this first track?
What does that have to do with what she said? But more importantly,
you see what Obama did, man?
You trying to change the subject, but what does that have to do with?
He wasn't talking. He wasn't talking about. He basically was talking about building the goddamn family together. That's what he wasn't talking about that gay stuff. He told your ass go be done. He wasn't talking. He wasn't talking about that gay stuff.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Donald Trump told you he was going to appoint Elon Musk, and they were basically going to start taking people money and livelihoods away. He told you that. And then he get in office and start doing it, and you're like, oh, that's wrong. Yes, he did.
He didn't say he gonna cut government officials. I ain't never heard him. I ain't hear him say that.
Bro, yes, you did. You heard
now
it.
You gaslighting his shit. He didn't say that.
Hold on.
He didn't say, man, in that case, man, people would have been ready.
Wait.
When did he say it?
Twin, wait.
When did he say it?
Hold on. We'll get back to that in a second. Who taught you the term gaslight? Who taught you that? You had
man,
to
don't worry about it, man.
You had to just hear it this week.
Because the shit y'all... No, don't worry about it. The stuff y'all be saying to fuel the people and try to deceive them and they mind and everything, and they wrong.
Did old Dave tell you that term?
Yes, it is. Because people like you get mad and everything, and other people on other... Huh?
Are you having an argument with yourself?
I'm talking to you.
But you're responding to things that I didn't say. You was like, yes, you did. And I'm like, I didn't say anything for you to get angry and say, yes, he did about. I didn't dispute anything you said. I was trying to find out, when did old Dave tell you what gaslighting is?
When did who?
Old Dave.
Oh, Dave.
Oh my goodness, you got so mad you broke the phone. What?
We ain't talking about no old Dave.
Yeah, old
It's
Dave.
old Dave.
And I'm pretty sure that man said old Dave. But when did he teach you the term gaslight? Just stop using it. You're using it wrong.
No, I'm not.
That's all
Y'all
I'm saying.
feeling
That's really it.
tricking these people, man, and all that, man. Go on here with that, man.
You're using it really wrong. But now,
Well,
but
I
back
put it.
to
I don't care.
back to the fact that yes, Donald Trump clearly told everybody that he was appointing Elon Musk and creating this new office, and they were going to be cutting costs and firing people. He told everybody that, so you can't hide behind, I didn't know. You can't do that.
You act like I listen to the politician and everything every day. I don't listen to that mess every day.
Then you shouldn't have voted. If you just go not listen to anything, you shouldn't have voted. And you definitely shouldn't have been on talk shows expounding on what you thought the
and
good
y'all shouldn't be lying to
policies was of Trump.
should be lying to the community all
How
the time.
would you know we
How
were
about
lying
that?
if you wasn't listening?
All y'all people lie, man. And then that man went in there and uncovered everything. This what y'all damn Democrats do.
That don't.
And then go lie to people.
What
Have you noticed? Have you noticed all the crime? What party it happened in?
It happens in both
What's
parties.
going on? No, it don't. It always happen in a Democrat city. Heavy crimes and all that. And they don't do nothing about it.
What does that mean? What crime? What crime are you talking about?
I'm talking about the killings, drug selling, and everything else.
So wait. So when Republicans are in office, nobody gets killed. No one sells drugs.
I'm talking about in a Democratic city, man. Ain't no Republican. Like Chicago is a what? Democratic city.
What you're saying?
Detroit.
What
you're all these heavy crime and everything else that take place.
Twin, I just want to let you know that what you've just said, your new theory, doesn't make sense. Don't float that theory to nobody else.
Man, I'm floated to the river come through.
Sense. I'm trying to help you. It doesn't
Anything
make
else
sense.
You got to talk about? I got to unload this truck.
Go ahead, unload the truck.
I know you're about to talk about me, but
just a little bit.
I'm new to it.
Just a little bit.
I'm going to holler at you, man.
All right. Yeah, you don't get to say, I didn't know, when you clearly knew. That actually became a central part of his campaign. Elon Musk, the Department of Government Efficiency, became a central part of his campaign. You can't say, I didn't know. Well, you can say whatever you want to say, but you can't say that and expect to have any level of credibility. You can't. You just can't. And the idea that crimes only happen in democratic cities. Come on, any halfway reasonable person. And I don't want to disparage old Dave because I don't know old Dave like that. But ask old Dave, do crime happen in cities where Republicans are in power? The answer will be, yeah, bro. I don't know how old Dave talk. I don't remember. But he would definitely tell you crime happens in all cities around the country. They did. They told us what they was going to do. That's why I'm not asking from a place of judgment. That's why I just asked him, how does he like it? How does he feel about it? Because I'm not telling him that his vote was wrong. Y'all do that. I don't tell people that their vote was wrong. Okay, I might every once in a blue moon. But I don't tell people, for the most part, that their vote was wrong. I just ask people, how do they feel about when you look at the results of things? How do you feel about your vote? Are you still happy with that vote? And it seems like he's not happy with the vote, but he doesn't want to say that he's not happy with the vote. And for that, I blame y'all, because y'all bash him so much. I'm not saying you shouldn't bash him, but y'all do. And when you bash somebody that much, it's hard for them to say, I was wrong. I'm not happy with what the candidate that I voted for is doing. I don't think I would have a problem saying I'm not happy with what my candidate did. You can say that. Seabree says he attacks us. Well, I think y'all attack him first. Jerica, I'm not reading that comment. Jack says it's going to be a long 4 years for some. It is. Nat Turner, he says red states lead in crime. They cherry pick urban centers where crime tends to be higher. Yes. Seabree says he didn't believe in Project 2025. Yes. Janice says he's bought into the propaganda. They just don't report all the violence that takes place in white red states. Scott said he don't know nothing. He's just talking so he can get attention. I think there is some element of that, but yeah. Somebody said something. Hold on, I saw. Raven says if crime rates don't change in the next 4 years, you can't say S else about crime. I'm not saying them cuss words, Raven. Stop trying to make me cuss. Stop trying to make me cuss. But Raven asked another question. I don't remember what it was. She asked another question that I kind of wanted to. Jerica says Twin just learned gaslighting because he doesn't know what it means. Yeah. I had opportunity to watch Lincoln Ware's live stream because I can watch it. And, you know, at my job, I really didn't have much to do, so I had the comments on. And I saw him say gaslighting today, felt like 5 or 6 times. And then I think he even called Lincoln and mentioned gaslighting. And I'm like, he don't know what it means. He just learned the term. And he has no idea what it means. He just saying it. Like what somebody said, he said drain the swamp. Like he don't know what that stuff means, but he hear him say it over and over and over and over. And then he like, okay, I like that, drain the swamp. And then he calls in and he uses it incorrectly, horribly incorrectly. And I try to help him out, but he never takes heed to what I'm saying. He's I'm trying to go back and look for the question that Raven Mundy asked, but I can't find it. I can't find it. But yeah, I think, different subject. I think that girl who whacked the girl in the back of the head with the baton, clearly, that was no accident. That was no accident. And I think it's one of them things where, look, social media is everywhere. Cameras are everywhere. And sometimes you're going to do some wrong stuff. You're going to say some wrong stuff. And I want people to know this. There's nothing wrong with saying, I was wrong. Either I had bad information or I didn't pay attention to, information, or I had no information, or, I just made a bad decision or whatever. There is nothing wrong, y'all, with when you realize that you're wrong, just saying, no, you're right, I'm wrong. Oh, we caught you whacking somebody in the back of the head with a baton. There's nothing wrong with saying, I shouldn't have did that. I was wrong, and I'm sorry. Nothing wrong with it.
Whacking somebody in the back of the head.
Raven Monday.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm fantastic, and you?
I'm doing pretty good. I don't know what it was you was trying to catch that I said, but I only said a few things. I was complaining about Twin and his ignorance. But the first thing that
there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, important. Some are not. But this one, this one really mattered.
Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. That's an old clip. That's the clip where he did the Nazi salute.
Oh.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
But the first thing that I said in the live was, number one, I said, you lost some weight.
No.
I mean, that's just how it looked. You lost some weight.
Yeah, it's just the way it looked. I think it's the shirt.
Oh, well, I mean, I was trying to give you a compliment.
I appreciate it.
It looks like you lost weight. And then, after that, I said that, because I've seen the video of the young girl and the race and how she did hit her, and that's not what we're debating, though, but she did hit her pretty hard at that. But what I said about that was, I think that it's probably a case of, just from her reaction, I think that it's probably a case of an impulsive thought gone too far. Like, I think that she probably, was upset about whatever was happening in the race or whatever her position was. And an impulsive thought in her head might have been, I should just hit her right now with this baton. And before she could, stop herself from actually manifesting that thought, it just happened. And from her reaction, it seems like she didn't mean for that to happen. It was in her head to do it, but she didn't necessarily want to, actually do it for real. And I think that she's so upset because she truly does believe that, it wasn't on purpose. But it was, babe. It was on purpose because I feel like it was in her head. It just, she didn't want to actually, commit the act. You know how somebody, doing something that's getting on your nerves and you think to yourself, I'm going to slap the mess out of you right now. But you stop yourself before you actually carry through with it, depending on the situation.
Yeah,
in this case,
I'm sorry, I can't agree with you. I think that there's a certain level of intention with the way she whacked that chick on the back of the head. It wasn't, a impulse that I couldn't control. It was intent. You know what I'm saying? She passing me? I'm about to hit this B. It was that. It wasn't. And I don't get the feeling that she's not a person out here, one of these chicks to be out here wilding. She just seemed like the type of person who would do that is somebody to be out in the street. Do they still say turned up?
Kinda.
Okay, she would be. She one of them chicks to be out in the street turned up.
But where are you getting that from? What is your basis for that assumption?
My basis from that assumption is, number one, the fact that she did it, and number two, them baby hairs all curled up when she was in that video.
Oh my God. See, and that's why I have to ask that question, because you got a bias against it.
I'm just being honest. She, her whole demeanor and her look is that of them chicks to be out there turned up.
Emanuel, how quickly somebody could look at you, a black man, and say, well, he's a black man, so he's aggressive, so he's prone to doing violent
No.
things.
See, that's different. So it would be easy for somebody to look at me and be like, yeah, he eat cookies. You know what I'm saying? I can tell. Look at that belly. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. He eat cookies. I wouldn't be offended. I do look like the type of person that eat cookies. So it's different. I'm not saying she looked that way because she's black.
deriving a violent demeanor from baby hair is insane, Meg.
That was just one of the signs.
What was the other one?
I told you her demeanor, her whole demeanor.
You've only seen her in the video where she hit the girl and the one that she was apologizing.
Yeah, the one she never apologized. She never.
How would you?
Hold on. She
well,
never.
Where she was defending herself,
Okay.
rather, where she was crying and defending herself. From those two instances alone, you derived that she's a violent person who
Yes.
turned up.
Yeah. Even the cry was the cry of them girls to be out in the streets turned up.
I just don't see how you can derive that.
I
from
know
that
you
thing.
don't, but
Like
I'm
you're
telling
reaching.
you, if you
Like you're reaching.
if you watch her and then you go look at some of these videos of these young girls being all turned up in the street, threatening to fight people and all that kind of stuff, you're gonna see that it's the same.
Well, I don't consume that kind of media, so I don't come across videos like that very often. But what I will say is I do think that, like I said, just from her reaction, you derived one thing, I derived another. From her reaction, I do think that she genuinely, like, she had a moment where she thought to herself, I should hit her with this, or dang, or she felt frustrated, or whatever the case may be. I do think she might suffer from like some level of not being able to regulate her emotions properly, for sure. Because most people would have stopped themselves before it gets to a point where you do something that violent, or you feel so upset or so frustrated that you commit an act of violence. Most people have the whatever brain chemistry it takes to stop yourself from doing something like that.
And I'm telling you, I can
Unfortunately,
guarantee you this ain't the first time that she's failed to regulate her emotions correctly.
I wouldn't even disagree with that. I would not even disagree with that.
Then
I
what
do
we-
think, like I said, I do think that she meant to in that moment, though, is what I'm saying. Like, I do think that in that moment, she very much so wanted to, and it just didn't happen for her. And it sucks. But like I said before, that doesn't excuse what she did. She still very much so needs to make a proper apology to that young lady. And if she would have just taken accountability for what she did, people would have saw it. They would have, felt some type of way about her, but she would have been gone from the news cycle already. Nobody would have really even paid much attention to her. She would have got the slap on the wrist or whatever punishment that she's facing, and then people would have moved on. But now you're all over the internet crying and throwing up and trying to defend yourself from something that we all saw you do in damn near 4K, babe. You making it worse by trying to defend yourself. You did it. We saw you do it. Just say you're sorry and then take whatever punishment that comes with it and move on.
Should she be charged with a crime?
Ooh, I don't know if she. Truthfully, I think that should be up to the girl who got hit. If the girl who got hit feels like that she was assaulted and she wants to take legal action, I think that that's all on her purview. I personally wouldn't do it. I would feel some type of way, I would feel some type of way, but I don't think that if it were me that got hit, I would charge her with a crime. Because I don't want to, it's just certain stuff that don't warrant that to me. And some girl being mad because I was dusting her ass in a race and then hit me with the baton and not actually causing any actual physical damage to me. Although I'm assuming this, I haven't heard anything that the girl was actually super, physically hurt. But,
well, according to reports, hold on, Raven. According to reports, I'm not saying it's true, but I've seen the reports. The doctor says she had a concussion and potentially a cracked skull. A fractured skull.
Yeah, she might have to see me in court. I ain't gonna lie. If that's true, because again, it's not yet been proven to be fact.
Right.
If that's true though, then yeah, she might have to see me in court because now you affect. Because I don't when it comes to being an athlete, I don't know how you determine whether or not somebody is actually super serious about the sport. If this girl had aspirations of doing track in college or something, and this might hamper that ability, then yeah, you're going to have to see me in court because now you done mess with my future because you was mad. But if you just hit me and it hurt and it didn't really cause any real physical damage or it didn't threaten my, athletic, future or something like that, then girl, you were just mad. Now you going to have to see me every time though when we step foot on this track. I'm going to dust your ass every time just to remind you that even when you hit me, you still couldn't beat me. But other than that, But yeah, if she do have some actually permanent damage or something like that, then yeah, she don't have to see me in court. But I still think that it's up to the girl who got hit. It ain't.
See, I don't agree that it's up to the girl who got hit. I think it's up to the state. I think it's up to the prosecutor. You don't always have to have somebody say, I want to press charges. We saw it. We know what happened. We know you committed the crime. Sometimes the state just pick up the charges and roll with it. And this is one of those scenarios where I think that the state should and send the message to all of these baby hair slicking girls that you can't just be assaulting people because you're mad.
You really got a thing against girls with baby hair. That's what I'm getting from this whole conversation.
It was just one of the things. And I think for her parents to allow her, first, if it was my child who did it, she ain't giving no interviews. She ain't trying to justify nothing. You did what you did. If anything, we gonna issue a statement through an attorney if we feel like we have to. Yeah. That's only if we feel like we have to. Accepting responsibility, saying that your emotions got the best of you and you made a bad decision and worded some way that it, hopefully don't sound as bad as everybody saw, and then just let that be that. But you are not getting on nobody's camera or nobody's social media, nowhere saying, I didn't mean to do it. My baton got stuck in the back and then I was trying to, and I hit. You're not doing any of that. So
I agree with that wholeheartedly. Like if I was her mother or her father, there's no way I'm letting my child. First of all, you're a child. Like there's no reason why you should be defending yourself in this capacity anyway. Like there should be nothing that you personally should be making any kind of statement about anything. Like whether you were the one who got hit or the one who didn't get hit. Like there's no reason for you personally to be making any kind of plea unless it's like you said via an attorney or something like that. But I'm not gonna, because now I feel like you like, and I don't know if you are familiar with the term, but now I feel like you're chasing clout. Now I feel like you're doing too much. Like you're chasing clout, and that's not the kind of image that I want for my child to represent after you just got caught doing something bad. Like sit behind down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. Let us handle this. And anything that needs to happen with you should be done legally through an attorney or through the school who, if they decide to dole out some level of punishment or something, we will handle it that way. But for you to just be out here on somebody's random podcast making pleas about why you did it or didn't do it, like that was a terrible decision, period. Yeah. And I know I get why they did it because they wanted for her to be able to, I guess, garner whatever level of sympathy that she could before whatever punishment she gets comes down. But it was just bad strategy altogether, all the way around. I agree with you there. But I still believe that, like I said, it was probably a moment where she just failed to regulate her emotions. And she probably feels like, I'm sure she feels bad about it. But I think that
I don't think she feels bad about it. I think based on what I heard, she's the victim.
I think she feels bad about it, but I don't think that she is processing it in a way that allows her to take accountability. Like I know that she regrets ever doing it. That's what I mean. Not necessarily that she feels bad, but I know she regrets ever letting it happen.
I don't think she does. See that? I don't know where are you getting that from? I don't think she regrets letting it happen. I think she's looking at it basically saying, I'm the victim here. I'm the one, my mental is all messed up. Yeah, okay, sure, she hurt, but what about my mental? What about the fact that people saying bad stuff about me? What about the fact that I'm getting threats and I'm being called stuff?
I'm saying that she regrets that it now, I'm not saying, you're saying different things. You're hearing me say that I think she regrets that she did it to that girl. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. What I'm saying is I think she regrets committing the act itself because now she does have to face all of this scrutiny because of it. Like she definitely feels the weight of the scrutiny that's on her right now. That's why she was on that podcast crying.
Hold on, let me tell you this. Think if she was a man, you wouldn't be saying that she regrets her actions. She don't regret her actions. She regrets.
That's not true at all.
No, she regrets.
If she were a young boy,
hold on, let me get it out because I'm drawing a parallel here. So you got to hear the whole parallel, okay? She regrets, like when a man cheat and then come back crying. He not crying because he cheated. He don't regret the cheating. He's sorry that he got caught. That's what she's
That's what I'm saying,
experiencing. No, you're like, no, that's not what you said. You clearly
That's
said
what I said. Did I not say that she regret that she feels bad because of all the scrutiny that she's getting? That's the same thing as saying.
No,
he's
you
not
said
really
she
sorry,
feel
he's
bad that
upset
she
because
let
of the
it go
consequences of
that
his
far.
actions.
I think if she could do it in secret, she'd whack everybody who ran by her on that track. If she knew she could get away with it.
And if a cheater could cheat and never get caught, that would cheat all day long.
So she don't feel bad that it happened.
But we're literally, you don't want me to be saying the same thing, but we're saying the same thing, Emanuel.
No, we're not.
I am not saying that she regrets hitting that girl because she regrets causing harm to that girl. What I'm saying is she regrets doing it because she does not want to live under the scrutiny that it brought her. She does not want to live under people saying to her that she's making judgments about her or saying that she's a bad person because she genuinely does not feel like she's a bad person. That's what I'm saying. And from that,
now I'm trying to hold on. See, now I'm trying to help you like I was trying to help Twin. If you leave out the part where you say she regret that she did it, because trust me when I tell you, the dudes who cheat, they don't regret that they cheated. They enjoyed every minute of it up until the very end. They don't regret that. They regret getting caught. So leave out the part where she regret that she did it because just she regrets that she's having to deal with the consequences.
But she's dealing with the consequences because of what she did, Emanuel. So I have to, that's part of it.
No, it's not. I'm telling you, I got friends who cheated. And if they could cheat every day of the week and get away with it, and when they get caught, they don't regret that they cheated. They don't regret that they cheated that day. They don't regret no part of the cheating. They just regret the consequences.
I don't know if I agree with you. I don't know if I guess that's where we differ. I don't know if I agree with that point. I believe that there are men who don't regret it, and I believe that there are men who do.
No, ain't no men that regret it. Ain't no men that do it that regret it. They regret the consequences. That's it. That's the part they regret.
Again, we just agree to disagree. I believe that there are men who cheat who don't give a damn about the woman that they're with, and so they don't give a damn about them cheating because of whatever circumstances that they're with that woman. I also believe that there are men who cheat who do eventually regret having done it because it imploded their home. And when they look back at the actions that they've taken, they regret taking those actions because had they not taken those actions, they would have been able to keep a healthy, trusting home or relationship or whatever the consequences of their actions was caused them to regret that action. And typically that is where you find course correction. When somebody does something and it gives them the kind of consequences that makes them regret that action, that is what stops a cheater in their tracks. Now, if you're the kind of person who believes that a cheater don't cheat regardless with anybody, like if you believe that cheaters cheat and they're gonna always cheat and they're gonna die from cheaters, then cool. What you're saying makes total sense, perfect sense. But there are people who do things and then regret what they've done based on the consequences that they've received. That's why we have a legal system. You don't send somebody to jail because you think that they're never going to regret the actions that they've made.
Raven,
Emanuel, that kind of undoes the entire legal system.
Raven, how old are you? Like 22?
I'm 30. I'm 31. I'll be 32 in 2 weeks.
I'm just trying to look. I'm trying to teach you. Don't let no man try to convince you that he regretted it and all that kind of stuff.
That's the difference. I mean, it don't matter whether you regret your actions or not. If you cheat on me, there's nothing to talk about because you in my trust. And just personally with me, not every woman is like this. But for me personally, once you break my trust, there's nothing left for us to talk about. So it don't matter whether you regret your actions or not. If you had a ball and you don't regret it, or if you feel like you cheating on me was the end of your happiness for the rest of your life, it don't make a difference to me. You're not coming back over here. But what I'm saying is that I still believe that man probably regret those actions.
Look, okay, you got a right to your thoughts and opinions on it. I'm just trying to tell you, as a man who has friends who have cheated, okay, the only time that he regrets it is it's not the consequences that make him regret it. Sometimes he's cheated and then he have I'm gonna call it a moment of clarity, and then he regrets it, and that's when no consequence. He didn't get caught, none of that kind of stuff. Just he has a moment of clarity and he I'm foul for that. I shouldn't have done that. Now he might change, He might change just because of his regret. The only other time that I can think of that he regretted is, if it wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? Like he cheated with some chick and it really wasn't good. Like it wasn't even worth his time. Like, man, I regret that I even wasted my time hitting that chick because she just laid there. That was terrible, Other than that, he only regrets the consequences of it. That's it. There ain't no, oh, I'm sorry that blew up my home.
I don't see how you're disconnecting the two. I don't. Again, if you're the kind of person who believes that somebody who's a cheater is just gonna cheat no matter what the circumstance is.
No, because he might have a moment of clarity, but that moment of clarity does not come because of the consequences.
That moment of clarity is directly attached to the consequences.
No, the moment of clarity, he didn't get caught. And something inside him says this is wrong, even though he didn't get caught. That's the moment of clarity where he can change. But the consequences, that don't give him no moment of clarity.
So you don't believe that the consequences for somebody's action mean anything then, right?
A lot of times, no.
You couldn't believe.
Most times, no.
You cannot say you believe in any set of laws or rules if you also believe that no matter what the consequences are for something, they'll never yield somebody to think to themselves, damn, I should never did that.
I mean, in that moment, but they're not saying I should have never did that because that was wrong. They're saying I should have never done that because I'm dealing with these consequences. And I think change comes when you say I should have never done that because it was wrong to do.
I think they can be tied. Like I said, maybe not in every case, but I do believe that they can be tied. What you're saying is you don't believe those things can be tied at all.
I mean, I guess anything is possible.
Come on, Emanuel. You know how to debate better than that. You cannot say, well, anything is possible. That sounds like a very flimsy argument.
No, what I'm telling you is I can't 100% dismiss it as impossible. So you might have some outliers.
Okay, so then if you can't, Emanuel, listen to what you said. If you cannot 100% dismiss that is possible, how can you then argue that it's impossible in this case?
I didn't say it's impossible. I'm just telling you that, as people like to say, I'm not even going to say it because I can't make up statistics like that. But I'm just saying, of the experiences that I've had and the people that I've talked to, that's not typically the case. There might be some outlier, but it's not typically the case.
And I guess we just agree to disagree, because I do believe that once people deal with the consequences of their actions, because we live in a country, and I ain't saying that our legal system is at all, faultless. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if you believe in any level of law and order or a legal system that penalizes people for the actions that they committed, if you believe in the ability for a system like that to actually course correct people's behavior, you have to believe that consequences lead to course correction.
But I don't believe that.
That consequences lead to people realizing the wrongness of their actions.
But that's what I'm telling you, is that I don't believe that. I don't believe that is what happens. I don't believe that is what the justice system that we currently have is attempting to accomplish. I don't believe that. I just don't.
So then so then you're saying that a person will never be a good person, or a person can never redeem themselves based off of external factors. Like a person will never ponder redemption with the assistance of external factors. It solely has to be internal.
No, I'm not saying that. You keep using impossible. You keep using impossible and all of that kind of stuff. I believe in outliers. So
I didn't just say impossible. What I said is because based on what you just said, what you're saying is you don't believe that a person can have a change of heart or decide to be a better person based off of external motivation or external factors or external, pushing or whatever the case may be, however you want to phrase it. You don't believe that somebody can look at the actions that they've taken and decide that those actions were wrong based on someone else telling them, hey, that's wrong, or somebody else holding them accountable for those actions.
Look, if that's what you want to believe, you can believe it.
That's what you said, Emanuel.
No. I'm saying if you want to believe that something happens, let's use this girl. This girl bops that girl in the head, and she was cool with it until she began to, it's on video, and now everybody's seeing the video, and now people are bashing me, and I don't like the way it feel to be bashed. You know what? That makes me realize it was wrong to bop her. If that's what you believe happens to people, then that's fine. I just don't believe that happens to people. I just believe that, I bopped that girl in the head. There's some backlash. I don't like the backlash, so I say I'm sorry. Now, maybe eventually, as a person grows, they can look back and in hindsight, in retrospect, all of that kind of stuff, they can say, you know what? I know why I got all of that backlash for that. Because looking back on it, I was wrong. And I deserved all that backlash. That's where things change. But it's not the backlash that changes it. It's the change in the person that changes it.
I don't necessarily know if the way that you described what I'm saying or how I feel is accurate, but I will say that I truly do believe that she, like I said, I feel like she had a moment where she thought about doing it, and before she could stop herself, she did it. And now that she is in the midst of people saying stuff about her that she don't like, or what she interprets to be mischaracterizing her or making her out to be something that she doesn't herself view herself as, I do think that she regrets letting it get to that point. And I think that I still believe that the way that her and her parents are going about it is terrible. I do believe that it still lacks accountability.
It does.
For 100%. I believe that she should have said nothing else other than an apology. And, even if she believes that she didn't mean to do it, maybe it still happened. So it don't matter what you meant to do it or not, because what we do know is that there's a difference between, your intent and what you actually do, like the action of what you've done. So whether your intent was good or not, whether you intended to do it or not, you still did it. There's accountability to be had for your action, and if that is not your response to this situation, we don't need to hear nothing else, because anything else does sound like you don't actually feel bad about what you did. You just don't want people to talk bad about you because of what you've done. And that's why I understand where you're coming from, but I do think that just on a basic humanity level, that I do think that she probably feels bad about what she did. And it's more so because of the backlash that she's getting that she feels bad, and why she's doubling down on her trying to defend herself. If she would have just came out originally and said, it happened, I didn't necessarily mean to, but I realized that even if I didn't mean to, I did it anyway, and it still hurt her, and I want to apologize to her, and I am accepting of any and all accountability that comes with my actions. If she would have just said that, like I said, it would have hit the news cycle, we would have saw it and had some disparaging comments or maybe disparaging opinions about her for a hot minute, and we would have all moved on. But no, her and her family have chosen to create this false martyrdom about who she is as a person and how she's being attacked and how it's bad. It's bad PR, babe. And you're probably not going to.
You don't believe me, Raven.
Your image.
You don't believe me.
You said what?
You don't believe me because you don't like my reasons for what I said.
No, I just disagree with the fact that consequences don't.
No. I'm telling you, I can tell from her mannerisms and all of that kind of stuff that she is just a person who does not regulate her emotions, and she be out in them streets wilding, fighting and all of that kind of stuff. She think that stuff is cool, and she let that street behavior come onto the track, and that's how she got caught up. This ain't the first time that girl done got out of control. I'm telling you, you ain't got to believe me. You don't like it because I can tell by the hair and the mannerisms. But I'm telling you, I see stuff. I can read stuff like that.
And I can't. That's a personal observation. Then I don't have that same personal observation because I don't know that little girl. So I can't tell you what kind of person she is. I can only tell you what I've seen of her based off of the 2 little videos that I've seen of her. I didn't even know her existence before today. So I can't tell you what kind of person she is based off some baby hair and her crying on the podcast. I'm not comfortable making that kind of assumption.
Okay.
But, okay.
Raven, I appreciate your call.
I appreciate calling in.
When you doing your show again?
So I will be out of town. I actually had a family member pass a couple of weeks ago,
Sorry
and me and my family are headed out of town. Appreciate that. Me and my family are headed out of town to Texas to go and visit family this week. So I won't be doing my show this week, but I'll be back next week. I'm gonna try to see if I can get back in on Monday because apparently there's some missing. There's a slot open on Mondays that nobody's filling, and people want me to fill it. So I might see y'all on Monday. I'll let y'all know though before the end of the weekend.
All right. Hey, I appreciate you calling and look forward to getting the update.
Yes, sir.
All right. That is Raven Monday. I don't think she uses your favorite millennial anymore, but her show is Forward with Raven Monday. So just keep your eyes and ears out for that. Brent.
Raven ain't fooling nobody. She's coming down here to visit Rick Jr. and Billy Badass.
What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
Oh, man. See, I was going to call in with the wrestling report, which I still will hit just a small skosh on that, because I'm going to heat the time that we are under this time crunch. So. But you were talking about consequences of cheating. Well, you know, most men, well, I'd say that percentage is 90% of the men don't really care that they were cheating. They just care about they got caught and the consequences, you know, after that.
Yeah.
But there was an example in an old, was it late 70s, early 80s song? Do you remember the Manhattans, Kiss and Say Goodbye?
I remember that song.
Where it started off with the dude with the super deep voice, and I wish my voice was that deep. My son's voice was that deep. You know, where he was talking about this has to be the saddest day of my life.
Yeah, I remember that song. I played that song when Chief James Craig left here because that's how Lincoln was feeling.
So, yeah, but the last line, he's like, when you turn and walk away, don't look back. I want to remember you just like this. Let's just kiss and say goodbye. If that's not a play a line, I don't know what he is. But he was laying it on thick, and she was the side chick. And they was even saying, you know, you'll find another guy, hopefully. But I don't know in the song if he got found out or he had a moment of conscience that Raven was talking about.
Because I'm going
to cut this off.
Brent, it's my theory that it's pretty much either one or the other. Like, you can have a moment of conscience and be like, you know, what I'm doing is wrong and I'm going to stop. But that usually doesn't come from getting caught.
Oh, no. No. If you get caught, then you're thinking about, oh, man, there goes half my stuff. And she going to want to keep the dog. She know I love that dog. So you wind up with situations like that. But I don't think it's because, oh, well, look how bad I've hurt her and everything. Because I think I heard one preacher say the hardest time, well, the most difficult time to sin, you know, I just substitute sin in there, is the first time. So, you know, if you're going to cheat, the hardest time is the first time. Every time after that is just all downhill. So, but yeah.
Now, I wouldn't know about any of that. I just have friends that's done it, and I've talked to them about it.
Oh, yeah. My cousin, oh, my goodness. I keep on telling him we need to write a book and do a podcast, because with his stories, oh, my goodness. It's
yes.
It is absolutely crazy and wild, and I believe him because, you know, light skin was in back in the late 80s and early 90s. So he definitely did that. But just two quick things on just a small portion of the wrestling report, LaDonna. And I want to hit on SmackDown with Bianca, Jade, and Naomi. Now, these are the three black female wrestlers that these, you know, Black Girl Magic ladies, y'all should be watching this just watch the segment with the black girls in there, and y'all see what we're talking about here. But Bianca was in the ring looking all sad and everything, dressed in black like she was, in mourning. And then Naomi came out dressed in all black too, but she had like a black bedazzled neck brace. And we talking about the old school Fred Sanford neck brace.
Yes.
And and she came out there, and they're going back and forth. And, she said, hold on, Bianca, you got to lock in with me. And I'm like, oh, is that what they say now when they want you to make sure you're listening? So lock in with me. And a bunch of words were said, and eventually she did say, yes, I did it. And the only thing I regret is I didn't push her harder, because she'd been taking your shine and taking my shine, and we were friends. And then Jade comes out there, whoops Naomi again, and I guess as Naomi is walking away, because what they did, they repeated the whole Rock and Rikishi when the Stone Cold got ran over.
Yeah.
So that's all they did there. So it's going to be interesting to see how they take it from there. And for the AEW, this last point, guys and ladies, last point. AEW, they had the pay-per-view on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And you had a match between Swerve Strickland and Ricochet. And the match was a great match. They always put on great matches, both of them great wrestlers. But what made the match even more hyped was Leslie Jones was in like the fifth row on the hard camera side, and she was acting like those kids on at 605 on WTBS. They had the camera on her almost the entire match. She was yelling at him, "Bo, what you doing? Get up!" So it got other folks in the crowd hyped too. But yeah, if they don't capitalize on that, because it was out in LA, if they don't capitalize on that and bring her in to just be Leslie Jones, she ain't got to be no one else, because she just crazy like that. But that was.
I also saw some clips of the match with the champion. What's her name? The old school. She come out in black and white.
Yeah. Oh, I can't think of her name right now, but I know what you're talking about.
And they did the glass on the gloves, on the hands.
They did the kickboxer. Yes.
Yeah. I thought that I haven't seen that before, and I thought that was an interesting take on the match. And apparently she bladed a little too deep, but I thought that was a really interesting take. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that match.
Yeah, that was a good match. All the matches were good. The Bobby Lashley and the Gold Standard, I can't think of his name. Their match against the Outrunners, and I don't know if you're familiar with the Outrunners.
Mm-mm.
Okay, the Outrunners is like a throwback late 80s, early 90s tag team that wears the neon yellow and orange and all that.
Okay.
But the guys' names are Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd. And they call themselves 21-year-old rookies. And they even did, you remember how they used to do the wrestling promos where they showed them working out and showed them training? They had it in like the 4x3, old, the big booty TV style. And they even had like tracking at the bottom to where you needed, you set to adjust the tracking and everything. So they are an old throwback, comedy tag team, but they did like a classic match back in that day. But
all right.
But I'll save the rest of it for later, because there's a couple other things like a botch cash in and all that other stuff. But
okay.
But that's all I have for now. And yeah, Miss Raven, if you're coming down this way, I know you're going on, not so good circumstances. Let me know what I can do. And you can get a fresh apple cake, Miss Raven. So you take it for you and the family. Just let me know. I'll drop it off. And no charge, of course. Under those circumstances.
Brent,
that's all I got.
I appreciate your call.
All right.
That's Brent. Giving out fresh apple cakes. Can't beat that, I guess. Can't beat that. Let's see, y'all. It's about time for me to get out of here. Tanika, I see Tanika in the house. Tanika, we friends today. It was like 72 degrees. Oh, it felt pretty good out there. I gotta go out and wash my car. It's too late. But I gotta go out and wash my car probably tomorrow. I know it's supposed to rain, but I still got that dirt from the rain on it, and I haven't had an opportunity to wash it. So I got to get out there and wash the car and get all of that dirt, which I still don't understand how the rain made the car that dirty. What in the world is in the atmosphere? Well, I know somebody has scientifically explained this dirty rain, but I don't understand it. And if it rain, it shouldn't leave dirt behind if it wasn't no dirt there before. But I don't know. I don't understand it. I'll look it up. The news said the dust came from New Mexico. I don't know if dust floated all the way here from New Mexico and then mixed in the rain. And I don't know if I buy that. Definitely don't know if I buy that, Jerica. Wind. It's not, I don't buy that wind picked up dust from New Mexico and brought it to Cincinnati and then dropped it on my car. I don't know if I buy that. But I don't know. It's something happened. I'm sure there's a scientific explanation of some sort. New Mexico had a dust storm and the dust traveled. Dust ain't gonna hang up there that long from New Mexico, because it ain't like it just started raining just in Cincinnati. That rain would have dispersed. That dust would have dispersed and came down long before it got to Cincinnati and my car. And it wasn't just my car, Mary, but I'm really only concerned about my car. Vincent says it's a matter of national security. They won't tell us the truth. I believe that. Why did chair creak it? I don't know. It creaked when this way. I can do this. And there you go. It's not creaking now. I don't know if it's that big of a deal. It's a chair. Sometimes they creak. Maybe I didn't tighten all the screws up tight enough. I don't know. Mary says it's Trump's fault. It could be. Because I don't know what happened. So it could be Trump's fault. Daryl says our atmosphere is dirty. It's really dirty. I'm just not buying it. There's that much dirt just up there in the atmosphere, hanging around, waiting for a storm. This chair is good and solid. Y'all some haters. Why would you want to see me fall out this chair on the live broadcast? That is horrible. Y'all, I got to get ready to get out of here. The stock market has fallen a little bit. So now the move is stock market ain't important. When the stock market is up, that's a great indicator of how the economy is doing and how great Donald Trump is doing. When the stock market is down, that don't mean nothing. So I guess it don't mean nothing now. But it is what it is. Jason says volcanic ash travels very far from the eruption. So can dust too. All right. Y'all can believe that if y'all want to. Late to left again. Hello, y'all know I'm telling the truth. You watch almost any video where some chick out there, world star, and either you know, she's like a really dusty chick, and that's understandable. She mad because she dusty. Or she one of these chicks who fancy herself a pretty girl and got her baby hairs all slicked down, and she talking all slick, you know. And I don't know why they do this, why they hold their hands like that. But they do that. I'm telling you, y'all see, there's a certain attitude. Like, it ain't every chick with the baby hairs, but it's the chick with the baby hairs with that attitude. It's them chicks with the baby hairs with that attitude. Y'all acting like I'm making this stuff up. And it's not my fault if I can read this stuff and y'all can't. It's not my fault. Spread your fingers apart a little bit. Why are you holding them so tight and rigid? It's something about that bothers me. Alethea.
Now, you know you're dead wrong.
For what?
That whole, you could tell by her baby hairs and her hairstyle and her body movement, that's dead wrong.
What is wrong about that?
Really? That's like me saying, oh, I know you're a PK because of how your hair is shaved.
No.
It don't make sense.
No.
You can't say that.
No, I'm not saying that I know her genetic background based on her hair.
You're saying her actions. You called her a ghetto girl.
I didn't say she was a ghetto girl. I never used that term.
You said she was fighting. She fight in the hood. You did say that. You said she fights, and you could tell by her hair.
I could tell by her attitude that y'all just want to focus on the hair. The hair was one thing, but I said it was her.
That is what I'm saying. Whether it was one thing or two, that was wrong.
It's not wrong.
It's not accurate.
It is not wrong.
How is it right? How is it right?
It's
explain
right.
How is it right? Then.
It's right.
I don't have to explain why it's not wrong. You need to explain how it's right.
It's right. Well, number one, it's right because clearly we saw her bop that girl on the head, and
we did.
And so whatever it is, she's the type of person that would do that. So whatever it is about her, you can't deny that she's the type of person that will bop somebody on the head. Now, what let me know that she's the type of person that would not only bop somebody on the head, but they'd be out there in them streets acting like a fool was, yes, part the hairstyle. Look, it's not the hairstyle
What's
itself.
What's wrong with the hairstyle?
Wait, let me explain this. Hold on, let me explain this.
How's the hair describing
Let me explain this. It's not the hairstyle itself. It's the fact that it almost becomes a uniform. Like, you remember when the brothers was all wearing their pants all baggy, white T-shirt, baggy pants, and they gym shoes, the Air Force Ones or whatever, and other dudes start adopting that. To me, you're giving away your individuality to be a part of the group. And what a lot of times do we see the people who are a part of that group doing? A lot of those people, not all, a lot of those people were out in the streets wilding. And if you
But a lot of people just like the fashion. They don't like a lifestyle. It's just the fashion.
Maybe that's
what I'm
true.
trying to tell you.
But
like,
if
girls
you
that wear
decide
their hair
to,
a certain way, don't make them ghetto or
I never use
don't
the term
have
ghetto.
the ability. Well, you said she fight and she's from the street and she be moving her head all. You know you went in.
You
know
accept
you went
that term ghetto. I didn't use the term ghetto, so you can't put that term on me.
Okay, but you said everything else. Let's take ghetto away from it, but you're describing a ghetto woman, a young girl. You said
That's your definition of a ghetto woman, not mine.
But you said the baby hairs, the hairstyle tells where she's coming from.
That is a part of it. That's a part of it.
So that's why I'm telling you to take that part out of it.
No, because it is a part of it. No, it is a part of it. Just like If I saw, if that was the same thing and it was two dudes out there running on the track and one dude bopped the other dude in the back of the head and then he did an interview with his pants sagging down below his butt and his t-shirt on and, skinny jeans at that, sagging down below his butt with the white t-shirt on. I don't know if they wear that anymore.
That's not fair.
Then I would be like, you know what?
That's...
I can tell you flat out, look at his pants. Look at the way he wearing his clothes. Look at his attitude. You put all of that together, and that gives you a snapshot of a person.
I can tell you I didn't see attitude. I did see that she was hurt. I don't know why she was hurt.
Because she wasn't hurt.
Attitude. You can't tell me that.
And that's what I'm telling you, Alethea.
You can't tell me what I can
but
see. I'm trying to tell you.
That's what I'm telling you is that you don't see it. You think she was hurt. I'm telling you, she wasn't hurt. What you saw was a bad attitude. But you perceived it as hurt.
She was giving?
Yes.
Okay. But it had nothing to do with the hair.
She was complaining because she's she's mad because she's not the victim. And she want to be the victim. She's pleading her case to be the victim because she's mad that people are not taking her feelings into consideration. That's not, I'm hurt. That's, I got a bad attitude.
That from you. That sounds more sensible than, look at her baby hairs.
The baby hair is a part of it. It's not the whole thing.
I'm not going to argue with you about
package.
It, but that should not be a factor, though.
But it is.
Like that. That's like me saying, look at you, you bald, you can do wrong. Like you can't just do that. Like you have to wait until you actually know.
Y'all can pretend this stuff ain't what it is, but I'm telling you, what it is. That's a part of it.
All right. Well, just don't judge no woman by their hair.
No, I kind of do. Just like women judge men based on their hair or lack thereof. So there's.
I don't think that's very true, but
it
whatever.
is. You know it's true. You know it's true. You know it's true. You know women judge men based on their receding hairlines and stuff. You know that's true. Stop it. Stop pretending.
Oh gosh, so the receding hairline make a man ghetto?
Receding.
That's what I said.
You say receiving. But no, it don't
Maybe
make
you
him.
didn't hear me clearly.
It don't make him ghetto. I don't use that term for the most part. That's your term. I'm just saying.
What does that make him look like? I mean, you talk about baby hairs on a woman that make it look like she's from the streets and the choice of hairstyle. Now, what does that make for a man?
I didn't say that. You keep saying that. I never said that.
I know what I heard, but okay. But you need to stop that. I'm just saying it's not okay.
All I'm saying is,
you know what I mean?
It is a part of the whole, right?
Okay.
Just like I said,
I'm trying to teach you something. You're hard-headed.
When you see a dude, my mind's still going back to the 90s because I'm from the 90s. But you see a dude with his Tim's on, with his pants hanging below his butt, with that big giant belt buckle on, with a grill in, tattoos on his face, and then you see him in a fight. You look at that dude and you like, yeah, I can kind of tell the type of person he is. Well, how can you tell? Well, number one, I saw him fighting. But number two, look at him. Look at the way he dressed. Look at the way he carry himself. Look at his attitude. It ain't like, well, what you saying? Because the way he dressed? No, that's a part of the whole.
The way he acts, but I'm not going to take the way he dressed or.
Stop it! Oh my God! You're not going to take it the way he dressed. You're not going to take the way he dressed. So he got face tattoos and grill in, and he out there fighting with his Tim's on and his giant belt buckle with his pants hanging below his butt and his wife beater.
Me personally.
None of that other stuff is going to be an indicator to you. Just the fact that he was fighting. That's the only thing that you see.
I'm going to take the behavior, his behavior.
Stop
I'm not going to say.
Stop it.
I mean, I didn't even see that girl head shake, Emanuel. You said, I know her head be going back and forth. I don't know how you seen that.
What are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about now.
Because you said her head was moving. You said she from the streets. She probably one of them girls that her head be moving. You know how I be moving. You just said a whole description. How don't you know what you said?
I think you heard some
You
stuff.
think it's funny,
I
too.
think you heard
crazy.
some stuff that I
I'ma
didn't
just let
say.
it go because you just
You
be
heard
saying
some stuff
You
that I
just let
didn't
me know.
say. But again, I would not feel out of line judging, different. You can take a bunch of qualities and put them together, and you just know. You just know. You can tell. It's reasonable people can look at certain things and tell.
Well, you need to stop that. You shouldn't try to judge people off of their hairstyle.
Okay.
I'm just telling you.
All right.
You have to grow up sometime.
All right.
You have to show little baby something a little better than that.
All
Don't
right.
do that. All right. You have a good night.
You do the same.
All right. Bye.
All right. That's Alethea. Somebody said I did say that. What did I say? What did I say? I talked about the way she was crying. Talked about the way she was holding her hands. I did talk about the baby hair. I talked about her attitude. I'm telling you, you can look at all of that stuff and you put it all together. Just the baby hair in and of itself, it's not an indicator. I mean, it's an indicator of something, but that's a whole different conversation. That's a stylistic thing, and everybody is different. But Blade,
what's going on, man?
How you doing?
Pretty good. Good conversation, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, you shouldn't be judging females by their hairstyles. You know that.
Oh, okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because you really don't know who they are. Because majority of them, their hair is not theirs.
That's a hairstyle. That's a hairstyle too.
Not really, because when they say when women put other women's hair in their head, they take on that woman's personality. So if they take it on somebody else's personality, they don't know who they really are.
I'm not sure that I agree with that, but
them spirits from other women's hair. That's why women got these different personalities and always clicking and going off, man, because our women don't know who they are, man.
Now, I'm not certain, but sometimes don't that be horse hair? And I don't hear them, what they call it, neighing, like a horse.
So what you trying to say? When they have horse hair in their head, they act like horses?
No, that would be you saying that. I'm saying I have never seen it. I've not seen it.
And also, I want to know, you described, what is that when the women, because I see grown women with that little baby hair matted on the side of their head. What is that?
It's apparently a sign of a wonderful woman.
And then with the little baby hands on their eyes, I mean, that's kind of too much, man.
Again, just the baby hair thing in and of itself, it's not mean anything, but you combine the baby hair with other things and you can tell.
The eyebrows, say it. With the little hands on their face, say it. Hey man, you're right though, man. And also, it ain't judging. Is when I don't understand that when women, they can talk about us like a dog, but when you try to identify what they doing, they in so denial. You had two women on here that was in denial, but they will identify a man to a T.
That's true.
So why women don't take criticism well? Young or old?
I don't know, but they really don't. They talk about people. Women defend bad behavior more than men, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Yeah, I don't understand what that is, but I don't know, but they know what a man do, right or wrong, and would chew him down and out. But when you start criticizing them, they really get offended.
They do.
Yeah, good show, man. But next time a woman come call in, ask them what is that, man? Where they get that style from with the little baby hair on the side of the head? I mean, grown women. I thought I used to see back in the day, little girl, when the mother do their hair, they would do that. But grown women, and then you got the little hands on the face, and they even put
I don't
eyelashes
know
on
about
their
the hands
cars
on
now.
the face. I don't know what you're talking about with the hands on the face. That I don't. I haven't
You
seen
know what I'm talking about? The fake eyelashes, man.
Oh yeah.
Look like little hands, or look like matted flies or something, or mosquito wings or something. It's kind of overboard, man. I don't. Where did they get this from?
Well, apparently they think that men like it. So, and I see those women with men. So maybe there are some men out there who actually like it. They say they don't like it, but then that's what they go for. So I can understand the confusion in the women.
What I understand, God gave them natural eyebrows to grow and natural hair to grow. Why are they putting somebody else? And I am not even talking about. I'm not just talking about the women. You even got dudes wearing weave and all this stuff in their hair now. I don't understand what's the deal. I want to say something, man. If we really down for the boycott, I want the women and the men boycott them Chinese shop, the wigs and the weave and all this. Boycott all that. If we really serious about a boycott, you know how much money we will put back in the community if we stop going to these wigs and these braids and all that stuff, man. I don't know how much that stuff costs, but I'm figuring that's every time they throw a wig on top of their head and the dudes get them braids, that got to be a couple $100 every time they get that done, don't you think?
I genuinely have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, if we're really serious about the boycott and the so-called the man is oppressing us, let's throw the wigs off and stop going to the wig shops and stop going to and get them braids in their hair. Now that'd be a real revolution, man.
Wait, when you say braids, what braids are you talking? You talking about men getting their hair braided?
You'll be amazed. Majority of these cats you see with them braids, them are wigs, man.
I don't know if I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't know if I agree with that. I've had braids once, and it wasn't no wig.
I'm talking about. Well, back then we grew our hair. These cats now they got microwave hairstyle. Majority of these cats that got these braids, that's not real.
I don't know about that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I'm not aware of that.
I bet you an extra large T-shirt that I'm right.
There's no way to prove that.
It is a way to prove it.
How?
Tomorrow, people will call in and tell you that coming from me, they're gonna say I'm lying, but they'll tell you it's the truth.
I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but you're saying a majority of the men who are with braids got weaves. I don't know that you could. I don't think that you can prove that. You'd have to have a survey of all the men with weaves and then 50% plus one, or all the men with braids and then 50% plus one would have to.
Well, one day get a couple of hairstylist show. They'll have a show about it. They'll tell you what I'm talking about, man.
All right.
I was tripping off of it myself, but you go on these and watch a couple of videos, you see these cats are more in the beauty salon than the women, getting that weave on top of on their head. And then I saw even cats was getting fake beards, man.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Okay. So majority of these cats got braids, man. Them are hairstyles, man. Them are hair hats.
All right.
Okay then, man. Peace out.
I appreciate your call. All right. Look, I don't know that to be the case. So I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I'm not saying that it is or it isn't. I have seen y'all know, I've even shown one of the videos on here. So I know they do certain stuff, and I have seen men get fake beards put on. I blame women for that, though. That's women's fault. Dante.
What's happening, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Man, these old dudes, man, they be killing me, man. Watching YouTube videos and see a guy get the little hair piece with the braids, or get a taper or whatever. Man, a whole lot of dudes ain't doing that crap, man. Get the hell out of here with that, man. Ain't no whole lot of dudes doing that. That's a small few. And those are really older men, who went bald, and they don't want to be bald. I don't think it has nothing to do with self-esteem or who they are. Some dudes don't want to be bald. Just like some women, I know a lot of women with long hair, but they still wear weaves because a lot of times they don't like the texture of their hair, or sometimes it's thin, or they can't get the style that they want. Man, like, a lot of things done changed, man. These guys going off of what happened to 85 and 86, man. Get a grip on the times, man. Like, shut the hell up with all that. These guys watch videos, man. They don't know nobody that got no fucking hair piece or no weave. He seen it on a YouTube video or a Facebook video. He ain't around nobody that do that crap, man. Get the hell out of here. I don't know what he's talking about. But second of all, man, I just wanted to say, you done threw me off, man. You done almost pissed me off. I wanted to say about the thing you were saying about basically like people feeling guilty or not, or regretting something that they done. It's happened to me on a personal level. Not necessarily cheating, but
of course not.
I did something wrong. I know I didn't get caught. But as I thought about it, maybe I acted on emotions or anger or something like that, and I was like, damn, you know what? That was wrong. I feel bad that I did that. That wasn't right. And I'll never do it again. It's not necessarily like I said. I didn't get caught or nothing like that. It's just I thought about it afterwards. I'm like, damn, that was wrong.
And that's what I say. That's typically when people make that change. Is the change came from within. You examined it and said that was wrong. It wasn't like, oh, I'm suffering these consequences and so I'm a change.
Right? Yeah.
That's not the way it happened.
Yeah. But and then about what? A lot of times, I listen to you almost pretty much every time you come on. And, sometimes I can understand. Huh?
You can say every day.
Not every day, man. You be tripping sometimes. But sometimes I agree with you, or I can see your point of view. But this thing right here about, the baby hair and that, man, you know what, man? You sound like a racist cop, man.
Hold on.
You sound like a racist cop. Like you sound like a racist cop. Like, well, yeah. I mean, I shot him. Look at him.
Well, hold on.
I mean, he has big rims on his car, and he's playing his music loud. Look at him.
Okay.
Dante. Now about him upside the head. Now look at him.
Dante.
Come on, man. Stop it, man.
Dante. Let's take that example, right? Let's take that example. Number one, I think what you losing in all of this is I said that is a part of it. Not that that's the whole thing, but that is a part of it, right? So when you work up I just drew a blank on what I'm talking about. But when you look at the scenario, right? You say, okay, let me ask you this. Have you ever been in a situation where you were in a place and you had an uneasy feeling about somebody in the spot?
Yes.
How did you, without them doing anything, you saw them. What is it that you saw that gave you an uneasy feeling about them?
A lot of times I knew the person's reputation.
Okay.
So it gave me an uneasy feeling about it. Like I may have heard.
Hold on, wait, Dante, hold on.
Okay.
I'm talking about. Let me just say me. I've been in positions, in places where I didn't know the person. I didn't know their reputation, but it was something about that dude that made me uneasy. Like it was something about him, and I felt uneasy about him. But I didn't know him.
Yeah, but I bet you it wasn't because he had a bald head.
Hold on, but I'm asking you, have you ever had that experience?
Yes, I have.
And what was it about that person that made you uneasy?
It was just a vibe, or he was giving off, or she was giving off.
But what about him? What about it?
I don't know. It was just a gut feeling. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, that guy,
you don't know.
He seemed kind of shit, but it wasn't because he had on a white T-shirt and some baggy jeans. Is what I'm saying.
What I'm telling you is,
it wasn't because of that.
What I'm telling you is, you don't know what it was, which is fine. I just happen to know what it is when it happens.
So
I'm
crazy.
telling you, don't be mad at me again because I have an ability that you may not have. But I can look at...
Okay, so what I'm saying is we can't be mad next time a cop says, hey, I just got a bad feeling about him. Well, did he move? Did he have a weapon? Oh, no. He had on a white tee, man, and he had gold teeth in his mouth. I just got a bad feeling about him. So I made a judgment. No, it's crazy. It's like I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, see, well, this is what's crazy. Like for everything you say, there's it's kind of like how you say about statistics and polls. You can make something favor whatever you want it to favor. Like, do you remember? Well, like you said, you're not into hip hop. In around the times of the early mid '90s, there were a bunch of guys that came into record executive office, and they had on white T-shirts, and they had on jeans, and they had the big belt buckles you were talking about, and they had on gold chains and everything. These guys end up being one of the guys, and a couple end up being millionaires and billionaires. But off of their appearance, you would think that, well, I get a vibe about this guy, but they were real businessmen. But their appearance didn't seem like that.
Who was this?
But they brought white T-shirts and baggy jeans to executives that made billions of dollars.
Hold on, who was this?
So it was the Rockefeller crew. It was Cash Money. It was Master P. It was those guys. They were dressed like that. They looked like that.
Hold on, and you're telling me they were good, clean-cut people?
No, they wasn't, is what I'm telling you. They wasn't good, clean-cut people.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about...
How they committed crimes? How they committed crimes?
I'm talking about what you said earlier. You said, well, you know the guy with the baggy jeans on and the Timberlands and the white T-shirt, and he had a grill in his mouth.
How they committed crimes?
I'm sure they have.
Then what are you talking about? How are you going to say somebody is a good... You can't tell... You gave me an example of somebody dressed a certain way, and you painted it in a way as to say it's wrong to believe that those type of people were criminals. But the people that you're talking about, according to you, were criminals.
I don't know if they were criminals. Being where they're from and the stories they tell, to me, you're not a criminal unless you get caught. There's a whole lot of people out here that's done crimes and never been caught, but they're truly criminals.
Well, I don't agree with you. I think you're a criminal if you commit crimes.
Come on, man, be serious.
What's not serious about that? I believe that you're a criminal if you go out and murder somebody and don't get caught. That don't mean you didn't murder somebody.
Or prove that I did.
I don't have to prove that you did. You did.
You do. Yeah, you do. I'm not going to tell you. Yeah, you do.
So you believe that a person who committed a murder, for example, they cool because they didn't get caught.
Now you're putting words in my mouth. I didn't say all that.
You're not a criminal unless you get caught.
Emmanuel.
Yes, Don.
In the world that we live in. If you're convicted of a crime, you're what? A criminal. If you're not convicted of a crime, what are you? You're not a criminal.
I don't know that I agree with that.
You don't have to agree with it. That's just how it goes.
No, that's not how it goes. I disagree with you. That is not how it goes.
There are people that can go get a police report right now, and it's blank, and they're criminals.
I'm telling you, that is not how it goes. And what you just said is not true. I'm telling you, I know for a fact I'm telling you, I know for a fact that you can be acquitted of a crime and that charge will still be on your police report. So just because you didn't get convicted doesn't mean there's no record of the crime. So you're wrong.
And what I'm telling you, And there are some people who have done a crime and haven't been to court and haven't been the crime hasn't been what you just say?
I don't know. I don't know
dismissed or whatever. But they're still criminals. But my whole point is you can't judge a person because she has baby hair or he has on a white T-shirt or he has on baggy jeans. You have to judge people by who they are and their character.
And that's a
you can't
part
look at someone.
of it.
You can't look at someone and say, well. I mean, no. A baggy white T-shirt is not all of it, but it's a part of it.
That's
no,
right.
It's not.
So it can't be a part of it.
That's the issue that you have.
Wait, I'm asking a simple question. So looking at a person's appearance and the way that they carry themselves cannot be a part of judging their character, is what you're saying.
It can be, but it shouldn't be.
Okay, I'm just confused now.
A person that does that, that's a character flaw on you. Because you know what? I've seen guys in suit and ties who's clean as the board of health, man. They're crooks, man.
Okay, and
I've seen guys who's not the cleanest, and they're the nicest, most genuine people you ever meet.
Okay,
you have to know people's character. You can't judge someone off of how they look.
That's not true. That is not true. People judge people off of how they look every day of the week.
The next time a police officer kills a guy, don't. He's like, well, look at him. Look at him. When you have shot him, he has baggy jeans, he has gold teeth, he's playing rap music, he has big rims on his Impala. Oh yeah, that's not everything, but that's a part of it.
Oh no,
that sounds crazy.
Dante, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. If a police officer shoots somebody and they have no reason to shoot them, and they're only...
He does have a reasoning, man. He does have a reason.
Can I get it out? Dante, can I get it out?
Baby hair.
Can I get it out? Can I get it out? You sure?
Sure.
Can you compose yourself till I get the statement out?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
If a police officer shoots someone and they have no reason for it except the way he was dressed, that police officer would be totally wrong. And no one would say, well, no reasonable person would say, oh, that's okay. Well, why'd you shoot him? Because he had on baggy pants. Like, oh, that's fine. That's the way you're supposed to do it. But if that guy was conducting himself in a criminal manner, and on top of that, fit...
Come on, man. Come on, man.
What? Come on, what?
Come on, man.
Come on,
Stop
what?
It, man. Stop it.
Come on, what?
Emmanuel, stop it.
So somebody, wait a minute. So you're saying if he's got on baggy jeans and Timbs and a grill and a face tattoo and what did you say, big rims on his Impala, and he's acting criminal, the police should just say, well, I don't want to judge him for what he's doing or for what he's wearing. I'm going to just let him go. No. It's all a part of the package. It's not as if the girl that we're talking about, we watched her bop somebody in the back of the head, bro.
No,
so you're acting like she's an angel.
Even if, but the point is, even if she didn't bop somebody upside the head, you said you can see her doing that. You already prejudged her. You already prejudged her.
But she did. I wouldn't even know her if she hadn't bopped somebody upside the head. So I'm actually post-judging her. I saw the action before I saw the baby hair. So I'm post-judging her.
Oh, okay. So when you saw the video, then you saw her, you said, well, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What?
I guess, man. I don't know, man.
What?
I don't know, man.
So now it's wrong to post-judge people. It's wrong to see somebody's actions and then see them and say, yeah, I can see that person doing that. That's wrong now.
To me, it's wrong.
Okay.
Because you don't know them. You don't know their character.
I do. I just watched her bop somebody upside the head. I know her character. I saw it.
Have you ever bopped somebody upside the head?
No.
Okay,
I've never been in a race. Somebody passed me and I took a baton.
I didn't say in a race. I didn't say in a race. I said, have you ever bopped somebody upside the head? You've never had a fist fight. You've never nothing.
Well, they weren't engaged in a fist fight.
That's not. I'm asking you a question.
What's the question?
Have you ever had a fist fight? Have
Yes.
you ever had a fist fight?
Yes.
Okay. So an older man or older woman said, "Well, yeah, I know Emanuel. I can see him doing that because he always wore them baggy jeans and them t-shirts." You think that's cool?
Well, I don't wear baggy jeans and t-shirts, so they would be so
I
off
didn't
base.
say that. I didn't say that.
No, you can't ask about me specifically and then come up with some nonsense and then try to tie the two together. You asked an actual scenario and then paired it with a hypothetical. You can't. That don't work.
At the end of the day, I just feel like we ought to get to know people's character instead of judging them on their outer appearance.
I knew her character. We watched her bop somebody upside the head.
No, I'm not. You talking about her baby hair, man. Your whole comment was about her baby hair,
no,
man.
No, it wasn't. That was one part of the whole comment. That was one part of the whole comment that I still stand by.
I mean, I guess, man. I just moved past judging people. I mean, you know.
So wait a minute, just so I'm clear. So you watched that girl bop that girl upside the head, right?
No, I never seen the video. I never seen the video.
So then you don't know. So now you can't judge her character.
I'm not judging her character.
Right.
My whole conversation with you was when you said, well,
according to
she had
if you
baby
didn't
hair.
see
That's not everything that's a part of it. And that could be blown out of proportion in so many ways.
According to you, if you didn't see it, it didn't happen. So based on, in your mentality, she never bopped the girl upside the head because you didn't see it.
No, that's not. I mean, the video showed hit the girl upside the head.
You're not a criminal if you don't get caught. You didn't see it, so it didn't happen, right?
No. What? No, my whole thing was about you saying her hair and everything else was, yeah, I can see her doing that.
Right.
That's wrong to me.
Right, okay. But your conversation was you're not a criminal if you don't get caught. So if you didn't see it, it didn't happen, right?
If I didn't see it, no, but if 2.5 million people seeing it, I mean, I can't go against the grain.
Hold on, so that girl never got bopped in the head to you, right?
I don't know.
All right. There you go.
I guess so.
You didn't see it.
I guess so. I guess she did. Everybody watched the video.
No, you didn't see it.
That's a nonsense argument.
You didn't see it, so it didn't happen.
That's a nonsense argument. Because I see it doesn't mean it didn't happen. I mean, if y'all sitting up here talking about she hit the girl, obviously indeed she did. Because I didn't watch the video don't mean it didn't happen.
No, you didn't see it. And then according to you, if you don't get caught, then it's not a crime. You're not a criminal.
Hey man, I'm not Eugene, man. You can't brain twist me.
I don't have to. I'm just saying what you said. That was your nonsense. No. I just wanted to point out the fallacy of that nonsense.
I mean, I guess, man. I guess. I mean, that can backfire is all I'm saying. Like I said, that could be used in so many negative ways. That's all I'm saying.
It could be. That's true.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
So next time something happens, and you know, I was terrified of him because look at him. He fit the image. Look at him.
But what did he do?
Not everything.
But what did he
not
do?
Everything. But one of the things. One of the things he had those. He had those dreadlocks. Just one of the things.
But again, if you listen to what I said, you have to pair that with the actions. So what did he do?
It doesn't matter what he did.
It does, because I said you have to pair that with the actions. So what did he do?
Because from his appearance, because from his appearance, you made a judgment that, well, yeah, I could see him doing something.
He did it.
He may not have done it.
That's just it. He did it. Or in this case, she did it. And then I looked at her and I'm like, yeah, she looked like the
judge
type.
her off of that. Judge her off. She did it.
No.
Don't judge her saying, well, you know, one of the elements why I can see her doing it is because she has baby hair. That's crazy.
Okay, you are not perceptive enough to understand it, and I get that. That's cool.
I'm just telling you, bro. Like I said, I'm not Eugene, bro. You can't twist my brain. Bro.
I don't have to twist your brain. You said some wild stuff.
Hey,
you
man,
said some wild stuff. I don't have to twist it.
How about that? Quit pump faking. I'm out, man. Peace, man. I'm out, man.
You feel better? Oh, he gone. Dante gave me a hot. He was mad from the beginning. I don't even know. What did he start talking about? What did he start off talking about? I don't even remember what he started off talking about. Well, he was hot from the beginning. Look, y'all can pretend that what I'm saying ain't true, but y'all know that sometimes you see something. I know this didn't happen to all of y'all. I can think of one case in particular, which actually makes me laugh, but it's not funny. But y'all know, y'all done heard about a crime, and you like, oh my goodness, he did all of that, and then you see the mug shot, and you like, yeah, I could see him doing that. Yeah. And what kind of person would do that? And then they show you the mug shot, and you like, yep, that's the kind of person that would do that. I can see it. Yep, I can see it. Now, don't get mad at me because I can pinpoint what those things are that you see. When you see that, don't be mad at me. I'm just telling you, I know what I'm talking about. Y'all don't have to, it doesn't sound good, but I'm not here to say that thing that sounds good. I'm here to tell the truth. Oh, he did what? He was a child what? And they showed a picture. He looked like one. That ain't never happened. He did what to a kid? Here's the picture. He looked like he do that to kids. That ain't never happened to nobody. That ain't never happened to nobody but me. Well, what make him look like that? Look at him. Come on. Y'all all fronting. I'm being honest. She bopped that girl in the head, and then when I saw her, I was like, yeah, I can see that. That ain't the only thing she do. I'm telling you, that girl be out there wilding. And just because I can point out why, now I'm the bad guy. Come on, stop. Y'all all politically correct nowadays. That's my inner Lauren Boebert. He waving that pimp cane. It looked like a pimp cane to her. I know with them baby hairs. And mix it with all the mannerisms and fake outrage and all that kind of stuff. Mix all of that stuff together. You got somebody that'll bop somebody in the head running track. But I'm the only one who noticed it, okay? I'm the only one who noticed it. Y'all, it is 6:30. I told y'all I was gonna be here till 5 o'clock. And then Dante called in all mad. And barely able to contain himself. Talking about you ain't a criminal unless you get caught. Y'all know that there's people who actually believe that though, don't y'all? Y'all know it's people who actually believe that. Now you're a criminal if you out there committing crimes. How you gonna tell me I was in a room with somebody? I saw a guy. I didn't know nothing about him. Didn't know his name or nothing. But I had an uneasy feeling about him. What made you have an uneasy feeling? Oh no, this is aura. You can't see his aura. You can see him. He ain't did nothing. He just standing there. There's certain things that you can see. Now you might not be able to put your finger on it. But I can point it out. He got them beady little eyes. And look, there's no soul. You can look at his eyes and you can see there's no soul. Like, his eyes can't even manufacture emotion. Look at him. He's dead inside. What you judging people based on their eyes for? Because you can tell. If you're observant, you can tell. Hey, you better not mess with that dude. Why? What's wrong with messing with him? This a woman. What's wrong with messing with him? She a little manly. She got a deeper voice. What's wrong with messing with him? Like, look at his eyes. Just look at his eyes. He ain't got no soul. And he looks crazy. He got them wide, crazy eyes. Are you judging somebody for their wide, crazy eyes? Are you gonna judge somebody because they got wide, crazy eyes? 10 minutes later, he telling you about how he had to beat up his ex-girlfriend because she got in the car and she was supposed to be going to Kroger, and Kroger is 0.6 miles away on a round trip. But when she got back, it was 0.7 miles on the odometer, and she wouldn't tell him where she been. She kept lying, saying she went to Kroger, but he knows she didn't go to Kroger because it's an additional 0.1 mile. Oh. How did you know he was crazy? Look at the crazy eyes. Are you gonna judge somebody based on their crazy eyes? Are you gonna judge somebody based on their crazy eyes? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? No, what's wrong with you? Just because I can pinpoint it. That was an actual story. I done told y'all that story before. It was an actual story. Dude said he had to beat up his girlfriend because she went to the Kroger. And the Kroger, he done measured it, is 0.6 miles round trip. And when he went and checked the odometer, it was 0.7 miles. And she kept saying all she did was go to the Kroger. And he was going to get the truth. And he was trying to holler at a chick. I'm telling y'all, this is a honest to God true story. I got a witness who probably ain't here now, Will Jones. He's a witness. He ain't here right now, but he'll tell you. We were both sitting there, and he was trying to holler at one of our friends, and I told her, don't you mess with him. And she, why not? Why not? She had a real soft voice. Why not? He seems like a nice, he cute. Don't you mess with him. He crazy. You know he crazy. Why you say that? He seemed like a nice guy. He working. Okay. 10 minutes later, he came out on his break, had a conversation. Next thing you know, he had to tell us the story about his ex. Why would you tell a girl that you're trying to holler at that story? Because you crazy. How you know he crazy? Because them crazy ass big bug out eyes with no soul behind them. Are you judging people because they don't got no soul behind their eyes, Emanuel? You judging people. Well, now what's going to happen if the police pull him over and say, I shot him because he didn't have no soul? What did he do? I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. It's a true story. I promise you, I'm not making it up. I'm not embellishing. It's a true story. And they kept asking me, how did you know? How did you know? And I kept saying, how did y'all not see this? It's a skill. It's a talent even. I don't know. Can't judge nobody. You can. You put it all together. You put it all together. It wasn't just the crazy eyes. It was a few other things. It was the way, because I think he was the dude who rounds up the carts. And it was something about the way he was rounding up the carts. I can't even remember because it was a long time ago, but I remember it was something about the way he was rounding up the carts. And I'm like, this is a crazy person. You can't judge nobody by the way he rounding up carts. How you gonna judge somebody by the way he rounding up carts? I'm just telling you what I know. He was too aggressive with the cart rounding up thing. He was too aggressive. Then you pair that with the crazy eyes. So now the police gonna pull him over and say, you was rounding up carts and you got crazy eyes, so I'm gonna shoot you. No police doing that. But I can look at him and say to my female friend, you better not give him your number. You better not give him your number. But he cute. You better not give him your number. I'm just telling you, I'm not. I'm just trying to tell you, because I'm trying to look out for you. I'm trying to tell you what not to do. Now, I'm not going to stop you from doing it. But I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Mary says, those are actions, not appearances. That's what how did y'all keep missing this? I said you got to pair all this stuff together. You got to pair it all together. Linda say, what's going on with these planes? I don't know. They crashing. Planes are crashing. Commercial planes, military planes, private planes, just planes crash. Maybe it's all the dust in the air. I don't know. Apparently it's a whole lot of dust that came from New Mexico. Jerica says, we all judge. Apparently it's just me. It's just me. I'm the only one who can look at appearances and make determinations based on appearances and attitude. Because y'all forget that I said her attitude as well. So yeah, it was the baby hair along with a whole lot of other stuff. Y'all want to focus on the daggone baby hair. Stop wearing y'all baby hair like that. Daggone it. All right, so I got to get out of here. Why did y'all just make me do that? I got Dante for a minute, and then I had to bring it back in. Blame the plane crashes on Trump. Yeah, why not? I don't blame the plane crashes on Trump. I don't know what's causing the planes to crash. But it does seem like it's happening a whole lot recently. It does seem like it's happening a whole lot recently. Tanika say, I can spot crazy in a heartbeat. How? It is a certain stuff that you can see and you like, yeah. And it is certain people that you see. Because there's certain people that you can see that I'ma say, I think this is a twinism, this faking the funk, right? It's certain people that you see and you like, okay, I'm gonna use my same little analogy. Because again, I'm a 90s person. Where you like, okay, he got on the Timbs. He got on the skinny jeans that's hanging below his butt. He got on the wife beater. He even got some face tattoos. He got on the big belt buckle. He's just trying to fit in. Like, you can tell. You can tell there's something about the way he carry himself, the way that he act and all that kind of stuff. He trying to fit in. He's seen it. This is where somebody said, oh, they just like the style. Yeah, he just like the style. He think that make him look hard. He like the style. And I'm sorry, I'm looking at him like, but then there's two dudes down dressed exactly like him. And you like, yeah, nah, that nigga ready to kill somebody. Like he waiting for an excuse to kill somebody. Like that's what he looking for. Like you know what I'm saying? He mad and anxious all at the same time. He waiting on an excuse to kill somebody. How could you tell all of that? Because he got on you. That's just a part of it. That's just a part of it. Yeah, he ready to kill somebody. Like literally, he waiting on an excuse to kill somebody. You step on his shoes, you might die. because he want to kill somebody. He's mad at the world. The world did him wrong, and he's looking for a reason to get back. And again, usually he know he can't get back at that white man. So he'll get back at the white man by proxy. He'll get your ass. That dude, he ain't gonna do nothing. He gonna stand as close to him as he can without getting too close because he don't want to get killed. But he gonna stand as close to him as he can and try to emulate him. But he ain't gonna do nothing. And you can tell all of that just by looking at the guy and paying attention to his mannerisms. And again, the eyes. The eyes a lot of times are a dead giveaway. If you don't get nothing else from this, pay attention to the eyes. Pay attention to the eyes. And if you don't know how to read a person's eyes, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. I really don't. It's one of the things I tell Mrs. Livingston all the time. I can see the kindness in your eyes. And I love that. What you mean? Even when she be mad, I be like, she don't necessarily be mad at me. Because again, we don't be getting into arguments and stuff, but she be mad. And I be like, I can see the kindness in your eye. You mad, but I can still see the kindness in your eyes. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not mad about something. It don't matter. I can still see. Don't confuse anger with whatever else. Alethea, it's all a part of the whole package. It's a part of the whole package. All right, I got to get out of here. I done gave y'all a nice little tip. Linda say some people's eyes make you run like hell. Right. All right, I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. This time change has affected me in some way. I'm not exactly sure how. I've been sleepy since Saturday night. Like sleepy. Like, you know what I'm about to do right now? I'm about to go to sleep. It is 6:39. Is that what that say? 6:39. I'll be asleep by 7. I don't know why, but I'm about to go to sleep. I want y'all to enjoy the rest of y'all day. Again, it was a warm day out. If you feel like getting out there in it, it's still a little bit of time. Enjoy it. But as always, make tonight one of those nights where you call somebody just out the blue, do and or say something to them to make them smile. Not somebody that you talk to on a regular or even a semi-regular basis. Like that friend in college that you ain't talked to in a year and a half, 2 years. But you still got the number. Like, y'all still holler from time to time. Tonight is the night to make that call. That cousin that you ain't seen since not the last family reunion, but the one before that. You still got his number, and y'all was pretty close growing up. But of course, as time goes on, you grow further apart and you don't talk to him very much. Tonight is the night to make that call. Get up, make the call, talk to somebody, and be the reason that they smile. Till next time, I'm out, y'all.